It's at the end, so you can't just start and end like that. Oh, I will
Welcome
unmute
to the
myself.
Bass and Brews podcast, your weekly distraction from other high-quality podcasts. And now, your host, Alex from Swamp Rat Fishing, and the co-hostess with the mostest, the Jabberhammer, Paul Roberts.
Paul.
Oh
my
God. Man, y'all started before I was ready, and I said, anyway, take it away, Alex. Welcome to Bass and Brews Podcast, your weekly distraction from quality podcast content. Here we are.
This is the first annual Bass and Brews end of the year Kegger. We decided to have all the fan favorites on the show. We're going to have slots where people can come in and ask some questions too. It's going to be fantastic, or it's going to be a train wreck, which will still be fantastic.
Yeah.
So
fantastic either way.
But we do have a huge announcement, and that announcement is we have the official first episode, not as a guest, not as a host or a guest host. We have the first official posting of the Bass and Brews historian. We've got Tori with us. Tori, say hi.
I'm here.
I
will call you out on every moment of the podcast.
She's here to call me out on my bullshit. She's going to have fun facts throughout the show that kind of center on this 2022 year that has been the year of Bass and Brews. So we're happy to have her here.
Happy to be here. Taking notes.
Paul, you gonna fill any of this dead air? Or you're just gonna sit there and look stupid?
I don't know what the fuck you're doing, so I can't work magic. I can't work magic if my associate is over here and don't have no tools.
All right, Paul, start introducing people, you turd.
Oh man, whoa! I'm kind of upset that my shirt cannot be. Let me show you all my shirt before we get too started. Oh, I can't run this. I might be colorblind, but I know I look good in green.
Oh, that's great. Wonderful for the audio podcast. That's great, Paul.
Yeah.
Audio people, it's a red shirt. All right. Let's get our introduction started because we have a lineup for y'all tonight that are some of the most professional people out here. Alex, we didn't upgrade, so
hold on. I'm doing it now. Hold on.
Oh, Lord, he has messed it up. All right.
Keep going.
We got Chris. Paddler's Playbook. What's up, host?
I have no idea what the hell's going on, man.
Me either. I'm just
somebody sent me a link and said, click on this, and here I am. And look, I'm looking around. We've got 9 people on here, and most of you have beauty rings, because I can tell y'all got beauty rings. Look at your eyes. Y'all got, like, glistening in your eyes. I'm here in my RV just chilling, bro.
Hold up. You got kicked out into the RV?
Happens all the time, brother.
Hey, anybody who's trying to log in, try now.
Hey, look. Chris' wife said, I'm going on Bass and Brews. She's like, RV.
Get the hell out of here.
Not in this house. Not again. We got the outer realm, Mr. Joe La Barbera, as I pronounce it. What's up, host?
What's up? It's good to be back.
Yeah, it is. You know, I love to have another ADHD brother here. It's always good. Never know what's going to come out of our mouth.
I'm down to talk bobbers any day.
There you go. Oh, we got one of the original OGs, Cupcake Coley. What's up, host?
What's up, y'all? Nice to see you.
Hey, we didn't get to see your shirt.
Y'all
look.
look.
Got a y'all look.
Y'all look.
I mean, damn. I need one of those. We got Jeff Malott from KBN. What's going on, Jeff?
What's up, my man? Appreciate y'all. Let me slide on here with you. And I don't know how you set this up, but it was well done having 20% of this panel be from Arkansas, because my guy, the guy right here with his hand pumping, another fellow Arkansan. So appreciate that.
Hey, can I say something real quick?
Yeah,
Jeff, you look damn good for 80 years old.
Hey, I'm a grandfather, baby. I'm a grandfather now. Respect.
Jeff is the oldest kayak angler in the sport, but he looks like he belongs at one of those colleges with the Lowry boys or one of them guys.
Picture that he posted the other day, him standing next to his son.
Yeah, I couldn't
He
tell
looked
who was
younger
who.
than his son did.
Yeah,
How you do
I
that?
know. And his wife too.
HGH.
You and Liver King, HGH twins.
There we go. We got Mr. Buzzin' Bates here, and you know, talking about Arkansas. Look, we ain't gonna talk about catching big fish, but we can talk about catching, you know, small numbers with both of them here.
I'm down for it. I'll do it all day long with you.
Crappy though.
Oh yeah, I've actually been doing a lot of crappie fishing here lately. So if we want to talk crappy, we'll do it.
There we go. We might shit. Who knows? We probably gonna talk crap and all kinds of other whatever terms come along with that, but we'll see. And then we got my bearded brother, Mr. Alex Rudd. What's up, host?
Dude, this is the best version of a goat roping that I could ever imagine. I am here for it 100%. I'm excited.
Listen, man,
that is a very good analogy because it's not just one goat we trying to rope; it's a whole fucking herd.
Oh, dude, yeah. I mean, I've been to 3 county fairs and 4 goat ropings. I ain't never seen shit like this, but we're gonna have some fun.
Goat roping that I could
Oh, we got echo in
He
there.
must have
we
just
have
got
echo.
back from
I'm
his
excited.
butt surgery.
Oh Lord, this is gonna be the problem.
No.
I got to put my hearing aids in. Hold on. Put my hearing aids in.
I'm sorry, I messed everything up when I came on. Sorry, my bad.
Came in with the echo.
I was listening to you guys. I was listening to you guys on my phone because it kicked me out. It said there wasn't enough room for me, and then it came through my podcast little dealy here that Chris tells me not to fuck with any of the buttons. So I messed with some buttons and it screwed everybody. Like I'm so bad I'm screwing up other people's freaking podcasts. That's how bad I am with these stupid ass buttons. So sorry about that, guys.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay. We gotta have some fellow debaucherousness in here. And who we got sitting, I don't know. He's either got a green screen on with just his face is not in green. I'm not exactly sure, but we got Mr. Drew from Petler's Playbook as well.
You can't see me?
No, Drew, it looks like just your head is floating.
You got a black shirt and a black.
Hold on.
It looks like it's sitting on the shelf.
Hey,
Chris is in a
Just
there, is that
trailer.
better?
He's
Take
in
your
RV.
shirt off,
Drew on the
Drew.
scale.
Take your
Never
shirt
heard
off.
of shirt off.
You need contrasting colors, man.
There you
Better
go.
there?
That's better.
Better. This is really bright
Take
though.
your shirt
There we
off.
go.
That
would be really contrast.
Look, I'd be willing to bet if he took his shirt off, he had boobies about the big as mine.
They're a B. B cup.
They're a
maybe.
B.
Oh, they're
Maybe a
bigger
B
than
cup.
mine, yeah.
Okay, historian has something to say. First of all, Justin.
Oh shit, take it over.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just gonna go in.
Yeah.
So on TikTok, there was a lot of talk about whether you were wearing pants on the last podcast. Can you just stand up for us real fast?
Yeah, let's see it, Justin. Is it pants or no pants? We can't see. Turn around, back up a little.
Oh, he got
pants
breeches on.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
Just
Yeah, I had a
sweatpants.
feeling. Had a feeling there would be pants.
Oh, he's got
Second
the gray
thing.
sweatpants on.
Chris, are you Drew's brother, the one that like tried to beat him up before?
No, that would be his other brother, Chris. We're kind of like that show that Daryl and my other brother Daryl, but it's Chris and his other brother Chris.
So you're not really his brother, who messed around in the live room.
I look so much better than this fool right here.
Okay.
No, two different people that make fun of me.
Okay.
So,
I got
it's all the
It was
same.
going to be the brother.
No, not the brother. He doesn't do podcasting. He's yeah.
This
He's
is
just
his podcast husband.
Exactly. There you go.
You're right, Scuba. It would that would have been amazing.
Oh, no.
That'd have been instant classic TV right there.
We call
Sure.
that a drunk wood. We call that a drunk wood.
Wait, hold on. Wasn't that on Rudd, wasn't that on your stream when you had me and Paul on? And
Yeah, he was in the bed.
Dude, yeah, that was rough. That was good. That was the night that and I told this to the owner of X2, or not the owner of X2, but the guy who runs X2. I said that was the night I thought I'm gonna get a phone call from Sean tomorrow, and Sean's gonna go, Alex, we're done working together. That was there was a lot said, there was a lot went on, but you know what? We still sent that bitch right down the pipe. I put it out as a podcast. It's one of the most listened podcasts I've ever put out there. I mean, I think people were sending it to other people just to be like, listen to this total cluster that this guy has going on. And people seem to enjoy it. So, hey, I was there for it.
I love when you've had myself and then you've had me and Paul on. And I love it because your audience sometimes I feel like doesn't get us because we're drunken idiots, and I think it's amazing. But then I've gotten a lot of comments
on this podcast. Talk to you about stuff.
I've talked to other people, and they're like the shows, the 2 episodes that you were on, Rudd. They were like, oh, that dude is not commercial at all. He's dropping swear words, and I mean, there was a line where you're just like, I just fucking love this, and you were like committed about it.
Yeah. I'll say it again. I just fucking love fishing. I love it. You know, I try to keep it pretty reined in, and my wife will tell you, pretty much anybody will tell you, like, I can get going, and so like I have to gauge myself a little bit sometimes because there's some things that'll come out of my mouth and I'm like, oh. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have said that. That's like not good. That probably shouldn't have went out into the universe. But yeah. No, I love having you boys on. It's always a good time.
I should do more podcasts with these guys. Drew makes me bleep out all my F-bombs.
Drew,
I only bleep out F-bombs. That's it.
You hate
F-bombs are the only thing that I bleep out.
You miss
what,
some too, though.
Oh, I do miss some because I just remember the end ones. I don't remember the beginning of I don't go to the beginning and I just bleep everything at the end.
Hold on, you guys edit your podcasts?
Just the F-bombs. I just try to edit the F-bombs and that's it.
Hey,
and then I got to throw in our commercials and all that kind of stuff.
Alex, this is a podcast where we're going to put out a joint episode, and afterwards, a couple days later, after Drew listened to it, he's like, "Hey, man, we're just going to put out like a few minutes at the beginning," and then there were about 15 disclaimers. All right, guys, this is not safe for work. What? Y'all don't listen to this with anybody under the age of 21 in the car.
I listened to the Sonic the other day. Okay, so you'll love this. I'm listening to Two Bears, One Cave, Tom Segura and Bert Crotcher. And
Spirit animal.
Yes, Bert Crotcher is the man. So I pull into the Sonic and I'm listening to this and I'm waiting for my order to come out. And the girl comes walking out and they're right in the middle of talking about the fact that Tom bought Bert a teacup that belonged to Hitler. Yes. Okay. So I roll the window down, and about the time I roll the window down, Tom Segura goes, "So what you're telling me is that you love Hitler?" And I'm like, oh God. And I mean, this girl's expression goes from "Hi, welcome to Sonic" to "What the fuck are you doing here?" And I'm like, I'm like trying to turn my radio off, and he's like, "Yeah, so this is Hitler's teacup." And like Tom's like, "Oh, I love Hitler. Hitler was one of my favorite figures." And so I left the Sonic thinking, yeah, I'm probably hated at the Sonic by everybody because I'm the Hitler guy. You know, I'm the dude who listens to things about Hitler.
At least it wasn't Chick-fil-A.
Hey, I mean, you know, at Chick-fil-A, I did get like berated by a lady who worked there. I pulled in with an AFCO hat on. She goes, "What is that? Some kind of Satan thing?" And I was like, "What?" I literally, like, I was
American Fish and Tackle Company.
Here's your chicken nuggets. It was not my pleasure.
Yeah, I mean, and I was like, "What are you talking about?" And she's like, "That hat you got on, is it a Satan thing?" And I was like, "Nope, fishing company." I was like, "I think it's a Christian fishing company to you know, at that." And she goes, "Oh, I just thought it was some kind of Satan thing." And so now every time I see her, because she still works there, I want to like pull up and be like, "Was it some kind of Satan thing?"
Well, let's make it clear. Let's make it clear on the podcast right now. What Rudd is saying is that AFCO is full of Satanists. So we can just mark that down.
And he loves Hitler.
And I love Hitler.
And he loves Hitler. This is why we'll never have sponsors.
Collection of Hitler's teacups. That's what's going on. And Garth Brooks killed a guy. So we're just going to go ahead and put that out there.
It's not as bad as Jabberhammer hating the troops because that's a real solid thing lately.
Yeah, that's
it's sad. It's sad.
That's tough that Alex is so bad at fucking comebacks with jokes that he has to pull the troops into it.
Dude, last week's episode, before we went on, he specifically said, "I don't like that joke. Don't do it anymore." And it was like 30 minutes
in the first like 30 minutes of the show.
Dude, hit it right away. And the guy, Jake Harshman with us, he's also a veteran. He instantly jumped in on it about how Jabberhammer hates the troops. It was the best thing ever. And if you look real closely, you can see Paul is legitimately mad at me. He's fucking pissed at me.
First of all, I don't get mad. I was watching the basketball game. So look, I don't get mad. I just
it's recorded. I can see it on your face. I can see it on your
same joke over and over so people can laugh. because you look like a little hamster minus the hair.
Minus the hair. All right. Well, let's start going around the horn here. By that I mean we're going to try to do some kind of structure to this. So everybody's going to get asked these questions as we roll around, and then we're going to do Bass and Brews form and tear it up. And first in line is going to be Cupcake Coley. Cupcake Coley.
Hi.
What was your best moments of 2022? Because this is the time to reflect on the year that was. So what's your best moments of 2022?
I would say getting to travel to different states to fish with people. Some that I didn't know, they were just Instagram friends. Austin being a highlight that I went to twice and got to fish with Texas Bass Babe and fish Atex and also Bo Nelson. So that was really cool. And then being able to go to Oklahoma twice to fish with Sawyer Buck is always awesome. And then Michigan was, Sawyer Buck's my man. Michigan was probably the best trip that I had for fishing. So I was supposed to meet up with Edie Bass Queen, but unfortunately that day she broke her hand, and my 85-year-old mom fell on her birthday. So we had to spend the day in the hospital. So I was unable to meet up with Edie, but those trips were beyond magical for me. Traveling somewhere to stay with a person that I only knew via Instagram was a huge step for me. I'm very, very protected and sheltered for the most part. And I just said, screw it, I'm going for it. And if I don't come back, I don't come back. But I came back and I was able to travel to more places. So I'm looking forward to 2023, perhaps fishing in Maui, definitely Michigan again, Austin, Oklahoma. And who knows, maybe I'll get to go to Florida and throw that in the mix as well.
That's awesome. I mean, it sounds like a great year. I mean, you say it was great to venture out. I mean, I tried to fish with you. You ducked and dodged me. I was even in your home state for a whole year.
Oh, you broke my heart when you said November 5th. And I was like, I'm leaving for Michigan. Like, I can't even tell you how upset I was. I was scoping it out and I was hitting up different people from Instagram in Northern California. I'm like, hey, my buddy and I want to come fish. Can you take us? And it was just different people that I didn't actually know, just Instagram friends. And I was trying to set something up for us and trying to put it together. And when I thought it was going to happen, you said November 5, and my heart literally just broke in a million pieces. But I'll come to New Jersey. I want to get out there. I got to meet Amanda. She's my hero.
She would show up. She got a little bit of a bug, so I don't know if she's going to show up tonight. I mean, I know Mark, her coworker's listening. She is actually sick. She's been on that toilet most of the day. She got sent home from work today because nobody likes delivering mail with poopy pants. So yeah. All right, Justin, Buzz and Bates, what was your highlights of 2022? What do you got?
Oh man, highlights 22. There was a handful of them. Probably the best two were one, I quit my job to do this, so I'm a bait guy full time now. So
that's awesome.
That's cool.
Where did that come from?
Whoa, hold up, time out.
Drew's touching fucking buttons again.
Hold up. Drew brings in professional equipment that can be used on somebody else's podcast. It's fucking dangerous. We might need to end this shit right now. He probably got fart jokes on there and stuff.
It's gonna make it sound like the cheesiest 90s morning radio show.
I know. We're gonna lose both of our listeners.
Y'all quit interrupting this man while he's trying to tell us about quitting his job.
Thank you. You just caught me off guard with the sound effects. I've never got a round of applause before, so that was great. But the other thing that was right off that best thing in 22 was Gerald Swindle talking to me, wearing my merch and everything. That is the best thing that's probably happened to me in the last 27 years. I'm 27, so my whole life. That was the best. And actually talking to him and Lulu and him, supporting it was top notch. Best thing that that's happened. I'd put it up there with both my daughters being born, with seeing Swindle with my hat on.
Wait, what's the ranking? Is it Swindle and then both daughters?
Ooh, yeah. I don't think my wife is listening to this right now, so yeah, it's Swindle, daughters, and then maybe marrying my wife. So yeah, Swindle's number one for sure.
So the way I
Well
think
played,
it, and
well
this is
played,
going to
sir.
be the official cut that we'll put on all social media. Justin from Buzz and Baco is saying it goes Swindle, daughters being born, daughter being born, being on Bass and Brews, marrying his wife. That'll be the
Yes, in that order.
Perfect. Awesome, man. Hey, Jeff, how about you, man? What was your high points of this year?
First of all, I need a disclaimer thrown into the replay of this.
Oh,
I work for the federal government, specifically the VA. So all the Hitler talk and hate the troops and all that kind of stuff, I don't want to get canceled. No, I'm just
you won't
kidding.
get canceled.
Yeah, or fired.
I'm a veteran as of by the time this is I'm
It's
officially
Bert's
retired.
fault.
Yeah, I'm a veteran
well,
too.
It's Tom's fault.
Yeah.
It's Tom's fault. It's Tom's fault for wiring cryptocurrency to some dude in Mexico to buy a teacup that belonged to Hitler.
Yeah.
No, I'm just playing, y'all. My favorite moment of 22. I've joked about it at the beginning, but my son had a child, so I became
awesome.
a grandfather. I know that's not fishing related at all.
No, it doesn't have to.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Hell, this is Bass and Brews. We don't ever talk about fishing.
okay.
Nope.
Yeah, then that's good. Yeah, so that's the highlight for sure. She was over here the other night for Christmas. Amazing stuff. First girl in the family too. It's all boys around here. It's
Crazy.
Oh, I bet your wife is ecstatic.
Yeah, we've bought
Mhm.
so many little pairs of jeans and clothes and shoes for no reason. So we're
Nice.
broke. We're broke. But I mean that kind of blows everything away. I mean it was a fun year fishing. I got out. It seemed to be coming back from some of the pandemic stuff where everybody was isolated, even at tournaments, not really seeing each other. I'm a tournament guy. That's all I'm about is doing tournaments. And actually getting to hang out with some folks at tournaments and have that element there this year was awesome, even in spite of the fact that my tournament season didn't go great. It was still great being out there and getting back to that social aspect of it.
That's awesome, man. Real quick though, I want to comment that of all people, the KBN guy is telling us that we've got to tone it down.
Tone it down.
I thought we were loose. I thought we were loose over there, but 10 minutes in here, I'm like, man, I don't know. Maybe I should act like my internet's broken. Get out of here. I don't know.
All right, before we get to Chris, Tori, you ready?
Yes.
Hit
Yes.
me with a Bass and Brews. This is for the audience. Hit me with a Bass and Brews fun fact for 2022.
Fun fact, Bass and Brews. Oh crap.
Did you forget the list?
You
That's
got
the
No, but
historian?
I didn't love the list.
Oh.
My fun fact for
Oh.
Bass and Brews is Alex Rudd knew who I was on the episode. It took him a second. Like he had to be reminded that he was like, Tori. So
You're welcome. I tried.
yes, thank you. It was a good week for Tori. Alex Rudd called me out and Autumn Fisham followed me. And so I was like, yes. But fun fact, Paul drinks the girliest beverages on the show. I did hear that they were weekend drinks. I had a friend come over and say those surges are for the weekend. So I guess it's
I got
the
my
man-
White Claw for this.
Girl.
Just
Yep,
for,
there it
just for
is.
you. Just for
Oh.
you, Paul.
Look,
That
this is
White
a
Claw
20
Surge kicked my butt. I don't know what y'all are
Dude,
talking
you got-
about, but I drink.
Hey,
I got the 5% because the 8% alcohol has kicked my butt.
White
Hey,
Claw
this-
gang gang.
this
All right.
is
Well,
Ain't no
you
this
don't
lie.
have
is
an excuse. You're
this
a
is
girl. The rest
26
of them know.
Can I?
this is 26 ounces of 8 alcohols right here.
Yeah.
Let me tell you a quick story. We had a fishing tournament and it was about 4 of us stayed in the house, and my buddy Michael Wiggs, he was all about some surges when we started drinking. The next day, I have never been on the water, and I've been deep sea fishing with people who puke the whole time. I ain't been on the water with somebody so damn miserable in a kayak in my entire life after he thought he was going to drink surges like they was regular old White Claws. Y'all
They
can
don't
tell
even
me-
taste good. They taste like pure alcohol. I don't know how you do it. I had that one cranberry one. I was like drunk and done in one. I was like, I'm out.
Oh, this
I'm
bourbon
out.
tastes delicious as you guys
Well,
do that.
They don't give me gout in my right big toe for 3 weeks or 6 weeks, so that's what I have to live with when you're overweight and thanks
Overweight. Just overweight.
fishing.
Well, thank
Too
you.
many of those
historian.
red hot dogs.
Thank you, historian, for that drop in. Chris, highlights of 2022. What do you got?
It was the roughest year of my life, 2022. And I had no idea you were going to ask that question, or else I wouldn't have come on here, man.
We're just asking for highlights.
God,
you got to
doggy.
find one thing, like you found $1 in your laundry, something.
You know, this was the only year that I actually screwed up weigh-ins twice at tournaments. And that has never happened to me, not even once. And I did it freaking twice this year. It was a rough year. I did manage to cash one check. Wasn't even a big check, but I'll take it as a win. However, I'm going to count this as a highlight. Hanging with a bunch of freshies on a podcast. I've never done that before. Usually, it's rough having one freshie talking to us on our podcast. I mean, we like to talk about stuffing redfish butts with lemons. When have y'all ever had a redfish butt stuffed with a lemon?
Wait, what?
He's like, where is this coming from?
Look, see, y'all can tell how at Swamp Rat Fishing, because I can't say Alex, because on this podcast right now, there's really only one Alex in the room.
You know,
it ain't the short one. It's the one that's 3 Alexes tall. But
time
Alex,
out.
Swamp
I
Rat
want to go
Fishing
on
didn't
record.
listen to this episode, or he would have heard about the lemons in the buttocks.
No problem. You're right, Paul. I didn't listen to the episode. I'm going to look into the camera and I'm going to write it down. What are we at? 26 minutes in. Paul, I'm sorry I didn't listen to the episode because I was out defending your freedom. And I'm sorry that you hate the veterans. I'm sorry. Keep going. Listen, I do this for you, Paul. And you, I can't stand it.
I think you and fucking Drew had a side chat going on before this because he's lined up sounds.
Dude,
I was gonna play that for Jeff. Whatever he was saying, don't play that. You're like, don't say that kind of stuff. They're listening. So I had it on. I was waiting for Jeff to say something else, but that was a perfect time for it.
I'm so inspired to fill my soundboard now. I can't even stand it. Like after I get off here, I'm filling my soundboard with God knows what. But next podcast, y'all better be ready.
I've got 4 sections of stuff here. Like, let's just keep on going. I've been dying just to hit the button.
Drop it in the chat. Do you like the late 90s soundboard sound effects being dropped into your podcast? I want to see it. Drop it in the chat. Let me know whether you like it or not. But well, thank you for that, Chris. Thanks, Paul, for doing the right co-host thing and moving on to the next guest, but you fucking didn't because you're the worst. So, Joe, what were your highlights of 2022? What do you got, brother?
I don't know. Like, I would really just say that, like, quitting my job was probably the biggest highlight. Like, not having to go to work ever again. I thought was going to be a huge highlight. Like, I definitely work more now than I ever have. Like, now that I've chosen the fishing industry as being like my thing. And I mean, I'm sure Rudd can attest to it. Like, being a content creator is way more work than going to a 9-to-5. Like, 9-to-5s were easy compared to what we're doing now. But I mean, it's definitely the highlight for sure. I didn't have like a fantastic tournament season or anything, but like dropping the Outer Realm, figuring out how YouTube works, just continuing to make content for all the brands that support me while I fish the opens is, I mean, I didn't know diddly squat about this industry back in like 2017 when I started. So this was probably like my biggest growth year ever. And it's been fun. I don't want to stop. That's for sure. I'm never going to quit. It may result in the single life forever, but I ain't quitting, dude. Like,
that's all right, dude. Bass or boobies, as you're labeled as. That's all you need.
That's all I'm going to say. I mean, one of the highlights of this podcast this year was I have ADHD, and if it ain't bass, it better be boobies.
So like when that came out of my mouth, because like I drink a lot of Red Bull when we do these, right? Like
he wasn't even drunk, y'all. This wasn't no alcohol-induced statement. This was real life.
Like, so I probably, like, while I was doing a podcast for another brand, I mean, I think I've probably done 30 podcasts this year, right? And
all right, slow flex, Joe. We get it.
No. But what I'm saying is, like, I get on these tangents, right? Like, Well, we're like Rudd, like I'll be like super passionate about something, and before you know it, it's just like diarrhea of the mouth, and I'm gonna say something.
I'm
like,
right there with you, buddy.
dude, like when I get passionate about something, I can't like I just like my true personality just starts like
Have you ever
rolling
threatened to
out,
beat
right?
someone's ass on your podcast?
No.
Oh, Chris was about to fight somebody on our podcast. Like Armando was scared for it. Like he was texting me, "Is Chris? Is he okay? Is he serious? Does he really want to fight me?"
It's just like so. Like once I get rolling, like I'm bound to say something silly. Like it just happens. I think. Like I was a teacher before I started doing this. And I think like, you know, like if you're a teacher, you have to be like all PC all day. And then you get home and you're like, you just
fuck
like,
them kids.
Yeah. Like fun of it. Like it just goes, right? So like Paul caught me on like one of those days where like I just hadn't unloaded it yet. And like he just got me on this tangent and it was so funny. I thought I was going to totally regret it. And then I quit my job like, I don't know, like right around that time. And I'm like, dude, I don't have to live that life anymore. Like I can like be me now. And it's actually been this like every time you guys reshare like that TikTok or that Instagram reel, it just like makes me smile more and more and like reminds me that I'm doing what I should be doing.
Listen, this is what I take from this. I
though.
take that being on Bass and Brews has pushed you to become a professional fisherman, and we should get 10% of all the proceeds.
You know, like I'm cool with cutting you guys in, but I think we're gonna have to negotiate the terms off of 10%.
Here's the problem. You start cutting people into fishing now, you might start owing them money. You know, when you make deals like with anglers, you might start owing some of them money.
Well, that's how
lucrative sport.
Right. And that's why I think like you guys can actually help start funding me if that's the case. So.
Well, best comment ever. Just give them a 10% off from Buzzing Baits. That'll be how you cut them in. You give them a 10% discount for Buzzing Baits.
Joel Blair, you are you're winning right now.
Yes, we love Joel. We miss you.
Yeah.
Come back.
Hey,
wait, I have a historian
moment. Give beard advice later, right?
Yeah, we absolutely will. Hold on, historian. Hey, folks that are trying to join in, just give it a minute, give it a couple seconds, and then we'll start rolling more people in. We're at capacity right now, so just give it a minute. Go ahead, historian.
So far, 40% of who's on here right now has quit their job. Like, what's going on with that?
Wow.
And I didn't know that Joe was a teacher. And so my historian calculations are correct. This is 4 teachers that I know of that you had on the podcast. Because you had Joe, Alex, myself, and Mark Glenby was also a teacher.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's true.
Yes.
I was a pandemic teacher for 2 years. Does that count?
You were what kind of teacher?
A pandemic teacher for 2 years. I nannied and had to teach a first grader and a second grader how to read. Come on.
Sorry.
No. Sorry. You didn't have 30. Ouch. You didn't have 30 kids talking shit to you, and you couldn't say nothing back at once. So
I had 6. that I couldn't talk shit back to. You're right.
Whose kids were they?
I was a nanny. I had 3 different families that I nannied for, and I literally had to teach a first grader how to read. I had to teach a second grader how to do math. I had a 4th grader, a 5th grader, a 6th grader, and a 7th grader. It was awesome.
How did you not talk shit to the 6th and 7th grader? Because I got an 8th grader. We talk a lot of shit.
I couldn't even say any form of the word of a cuss word. So shoot apparently is a form of a cuss word. So I couldn't use shoot. I couldn't use darn. I couldn't use heck. And being a bartender and the F-bomb being my favorite word, I couldn't even say anything. So I just smiled real big and came home and kicked the dog.
I had to get frustrated this year because Wesley went into he's in algebra, honors algebra, and he's trying to ask me for help, and I'm like, shit, son, you should have paid better attention in class. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. There's apps for this. I'm taking the picture. It ain't working, dude. Like, you just gonna have to figure it out. Call a phone a friend. You better call your buddy and see if he can put better notes than you.
Funny story. I went from working all day with a job to on a Wednesday becoming a stay-at-home teacher / dad. So we got our homework done, but they also learned how to make soap, dandelion wine. They learned how to do all kinds of things, take care of some bees.
These kids are collard greens.
That's a hillbilly for you right there, teaching this kid how to make wine.
No, yeah,
Dandelion
again.
wine.
So I feel like all of this
Like
just
jailhouse
reiterates why
toilet
we
wine.
need good teachers because we can't fucking do it, obviously.
So I actually worked for a nonprofit. I taught drug and alcohol prevention to elementary school kids. So like,
Right on.
and then I came
Hold
on
on.
Bass and Brews like 5 times.
Yeah, wait, hold on. And never mind. We'll shelve that for an after show. I'm just trying to figure out how you become a professional dare officer. But
yeah, that's basically what I taught. Yeah, I like it was awesome. Like I can't go to the grocery store without somebody being like hitting their mom in the leg, being like, "I think that's Mr. Joe." Like, yeah, it's wild. Like I can't go anywhere. It's
Speaking
wild.
of somebody else who can't go to a grocery store without being noticed, Alex Rudd. What do you?
I don't know if that's true or not.
Dude, that fucking setup was money because it's funny. But what are your 2022 kind of top moments?
The fact that I go to grocery stores and I'm recognized. No, for real. I didn't have
As a
gums.
semi-pro too. Only as a semi-pro.
Only
I'm
as
a
a semi-pro, and they're like, that semi-pro said fuck on the internet on some show. I don't like him anymore.
Yeah. So semi-pro, that's probably my proudest moment this year. No, but for real, not to be, like just to say what everybody else said, but I mean, I quit my job. Like, I
quit his job too. Yeah.
I quit my career at that. You know what I mean? It was a big
I can't
step.
hang out with you guys. Shit, I got
Oh shit, right. These guys are all big
quitter.
ballers.
It was a heck of a step, but it was a step worth taking. And I think, the biggest highlight is not only that I quit my job, but I've been able to do it very successfully. And it's looking like this next year is going to be successful as well. And yeah, I mean that's where I'm at. It's been a fantastic year, and I have nothing to complain about. The world could be my world could be a lot worse than it is. And you guys know some of the things that's going on in my life, but everything's a beautiful way right now, and that's all that matters to me.
Hell yeah, dude.
All right, which one of you motherfuckers want to coach me after this shit's done on how to,
How to quit your job.
Chris, stop.
Damn,
That's, so we bring you on the show, but actually you got to pay us a $5,000 finder fee, and I'll send you Rudd's phone number and Joe's. I got them both.
Everybody who quit their job, we're gonna pimp them out.
With
Listen, boys, we're in the wrong career, first of all, because I had a buddy of mine the other day tell me that he paid $1,600 for a course for someone to tell him how to do
social media.
And I was like, man, I am in the wrong business. Like, I need to just start writing down everything that I've kind of figured out that works and just be like, okay, here, I will sell you this figured out thing for $1,500. It's like, it's crazy to me.
Look, real estate agents have it down because almost every other real estate agent is out there creating a program that they're selling for hundreds to thousands of dollars about how to sell real estate. You see it all the time. Why that has any bearing on what we're talking about, but there we are.
Well, it's because everybody wants to quit their job and be a real estate agent because they think
I
it's
just love you guys quit.
Land.
Quit being a teacher. Quit being a what? I mean, I'm trying to point at people. So quit being a teacher. Damn it, this thing doesn't work.
They were all teachers.
They were all
They
teachers.
were all teachers?
No, Justin wasn't a teacher. What were you, Justin?
No, I was a e-commerce specialist for a supplement company. I was a sales rep before that, but then I took over the e-commerce side of it, and I hated that.
Yeah.
This is more fun than sitting in my basement doing this
Wait,
stuff.
so
It's way more fun.
Rudd was a teacher too.
I taught,
bro.
I taught
bro.
first, second, fifth, and intervention. Yeah.
Really? I would have taken you as a middle school teacher.
No, I was elementary school. I love
Okay.
I love elementary.
Rudd, I think I've said this before. I don't know if I said it here or on a different one. Like, were you ever? I was told, like in college, that men that go into the elementary school field are either the best or the worst teachers on the planet.
Oh, wow.
Like, would you totally agree with that?
Yeah. Because I taught in a building with a really bad male teacher, and I was a badass. Like, I'm not good at a lot in life, but I was a really good teacher.
Yeah.
Like, I prided myself on being a very good teacher. So.
I can understand teachers quitting though, because I tell you what, you guys are getting the screws.
Yeah. Yeah,
it
constantly.
wasn't that like I wanted to leave my career. It was just like I wanted to be in this field. Like I didn't leave being a teacher for any other reason than this was the opportunity to work for myself, and it's what I wanted to do. Like I loved my career for sure.
Oh yeah, I mean, I love
Sorry,
my job
Drew.
too.
We'll get to you later, man. We're gonna talk about this shit for a little bit.
Oh, it's all right. I got something to say about it anyway. I'm just waiting for a moment to jump in there.
Hold on. Time out. This is my fucking podcast. No, so Teacher Talk, we're gonna do that. You can go to the Patreon. It'll be Teacher Talk After Dark. It'll be all the fishing teachers talking about the shitty kids. But before we get to there, Drew, let's see you. The last one that came in, the one that fucked up the audio, but then came back and brought great sound effects. What are your top moments?
Okay, so back to teaching. So whenever I was in school the first time, I wanted to be a teacher. Then I went and I worked for the school district for like 8 years doing building maintenance. And I was like, fuck these kids. I'm not going to be a teacher.
Bye, Drew.
And he just got dropped out.
All right, sorry. So I didn't become a teacher. I ended up doing PT, but anyways. So Chris,
ruthless with the drop from stream.
All right, so Chris had a horrible tournament season this year.
He did.
I gave him all my fucking mojo. That's what happened.
I took all of his mojo. So me and my brother, the first year this year, and I'm gonna get a little sentimental because he listens to this show. We actually listen to Bass and Brews when we're on our way to the launch and when we're fishing. I swear to God, you can ask Paul. I send him messages.
Y'all tickle each other's butthole too.
But no, we're brothers. That's
so
cousins in
if it was
Arkansas.
somebody other than your brother,
That's for cousins in Arkansas. But anyway, so we listen to y'all show all the time. And it was my first year. We weren't really close growing up, and he started kayak fishing about 2 years ago. And this year was the first year me and him teamed up because a lot of the redfish tournaments down here are 2-man. I think we fished 1 or 2 tournaments last year, but this year we really got together, really hit the redfish circuit down here. I think we fished in 8 total tournaments together, and we were top 5 in 5 of those tournaments. We got a first place finish in one of them, so that was a big deal for me, just being able to spend time with my brother, and we won one of the tournaments that we fished in, and then another one was just being on y'all's show. It was great to be a guest on the Bass and Brews. It was.
Hey, real quick.
It was.
Real quick. Y'all could have won too, but your brother was being a dumbass.
Yeah, that
Messing
was
in the live well.
that was hard, jacking around in the live well, and we're still trying to get that. Look, Alex is looking like, what the hell are you talking about?
He ain't listening to that
Kayak
episode
fishing,
either.
live well. Like,
Hold on. Here's the thing.
what is going on? He looks so
I was
confused.
busy this year defending all of your freedom that I couldn't do these tournaments and listen to these podcasty things you guys talk about. So,
Oh, John King.
Historian fact moment.
We got
He actually
in the
discussed
house.
it on Paul's live, so it wasn't even recorded. You had to be there and tune in on the
Yeah.
live.
That one was a
on
lie.
who's live? Paul's?
Yeah, I had friended him on the Facebook, and I was
Oh.
watching his live, and that's how I know all of that.
That's dangerous.
Yeah.
Following him on any kind of live platform. Jabberhammer is so I'm almost a little upset, Jabberhammer. We'll do it here. I released a series of videos this last week on TikTok about unpopular opinions in fishing, right? And the video is super clear. The audio is great because I recorded it just like I'm recording a podcast. And then Paul drunkenly goes, unpopular opinion. Live bait is okay to catch fish on. That's his whole fucking take on it.
Yeah, no, it was better than that, and I didn't sound like I smoked 8 packs of cigarettes an hour.
That Paul impression is worse than Paul's Canadian impression.
Paul's Canadian impression has got to be. I gotta
Hold on,
find
I
that.
gotta hear
It's
that.
like
It's bad.
Australian and Mexican all mixed
Yeah.
up into one with
Oh,
an
let's hear
A
it.
thrown in there every
he
once
does
in
a
a
real
while.
good hillbilly impersonation, though.
Well, that's just his normal voice.
Well, I ain't
Paul,
a
what's
hillbilly.
your
I'm
Canadian
country.
impression.
Yeah, I want to hear it.
Damn! I gotta have something to say though. I mean,
Let's
I might have lost
get
for
your hold
words.
here, buddy. You're gonna do a little ice fishing there. Come on.
Let's go
Going
get the
down. I don't have another chair for
with
you,
the
dear.
Canadian bacon. Canadian bacon ain't real bacon. It's shitty ham,
Probably easier this way. Hold on, we got a visitor here. If she can make her way through, she just got done just plastering the toilet, probably. But everybody heard that. That's for me. You want to sit in my lap, sweetheart? Come on, get on in there.
Whoa! It ain't that kind of
I'm
podcast.
gonna talk about first thing that pops up.
Can't hear anything.
I know you can't hear anything because I have headphones on. That's how it works, girl. It's a podcast. Say hi.
And we all go
Real
silent
drink.
like idiots.
Everybody waiting to say something.
Ooh, puppy.
Quintessential Amanda. Amanda comes on. She just puts the dog up like an old 80-year-old woman from Florida. Stop.
Yes.
She can't hear us, so I don't know what to say.
I want to make
Just everybody keep waving.
I was going to
Everybody
say,
keep
I want to
waving.
make.
Everybody keep waving.
It's like the
Everybody give her
perfect time.
the 3 fingers. 3 fingers.
It's that.
Why?
I think it's
Why?
the
I don't
perfect
know.
time to make a comment about Paul's absolutely despicable hat.
All right.
Yes,
Oh,
I hate
easy,
the hat.
Never,
I know.
never throw shade on the Daffy. On
Amelia
the,
told you to.
No, it's
Donald.
terrible.
It's
It's
despicable.
not as bad as the purple cowboy hat.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
Put
God.
it back on. Put it back on.
Y'all got him going.
It's not that despicable.
I met Paul. Well, I say met Paul on the internet when he called into one of our podcast shows, one of our call-in shows,
Oh.
wearing no shirt and just that hat. That's how I
No.
Look,
Giddy up.
look, this was back when KBN was really, really raunchy.
Hey,
Like
now.
8 months ago, 10 months ago. No, it was this time last year. I don't fucking remember. Anyway, I sure. Hey, they dumbasses brought me on. It wasn't my fault.
Did you bring me another beer?
Yes.
Oh, that was so nice of you. Sorry.
Oh, speaking of the red fish letter looser.
What are you
There
doing?
go.
That's the other Chris, the lesser Chris.
All right, before we roll into them, let's roll into some guests here. We've got Anthony from Ring It Up, and we're going to bring him on. And nope, I'm blocked out. So sorry. I can't upgrade farther.
I'm enjoying this so much.
He's about to kick one of us off, and I'm trying not to hit any more buttons because I don't want to be the one picked to be kicked off. So I'm going to shut up here and maybe not get kicked off.
Alex, how in the hell did you invite 85 people on the podcast tonight and only allow us 12?
Okay, there's 10. Yeah,
You're mad,
trying
boy.
to join. Oh God.
StreamYard Max is at
Dustin's
10.
supposed to get in.
Who was?
Dustin, we got to get hand job on here.
Hand job or hand?
Hand
I approve of this message.
I don't want to create. Hey, I don't want to create
That's a
dissension.
different platform for a different time. I do have one of those. But we can get that.
Look, if we
I
were
don't
on
want to create.
TikTok live right now, that shit would have got canceled. I can guarantee you. Talking about
Y'all done
hand
got
job.
Harshman canceled. Shit.
Y'all listen to Jeff before he throws his
Listen,
fit.
listen. I don't want to create problems here, but you got 2 Paddler's Playbook people on out of the 10.
Correct.
Oh,
And you need
No,
to pick
no.
your favorite one. Pick your favorite one.
So honestly,
that's-
Jeff.
oh,
That's
shit.
wrong.
Okay, so Jeff.
Alex
Well,
is
Drew
not
does
wrong.
have the
Kicking people
soundboard.
off, not me. So I'm out
Hold
of this
on.
one. Alex, good
So
luck.
Jeff's not wrong. I specifically asked, I said, are the Paddler Playbook boys, are they going to be together or separate? And he goes, together. And that would put us at 9, right? And I can filter in one person. So I think we're
I was just
I'm
joking.
sorry, boys. No, I know,
Hey.
but we've
Hold
got to
on.
get our
Don't go-
hands on.
it's
Hold on.
perfectly acceptable to me. Look, I'm gonna go inside and go love on my lady, and y'all can talk
I
all
was
y'all
gonna say
want.
it's
Sure?
just going to be for a few. It's going
Oh
to be
yeah,
for a few minutes.
loving
You're
on
gonna come
her
back.
is way much better than talking to you motherfuckers.
I mean, I'm willing to drop Drew because I don't like him.
Well, Drew has the fancy soundboard.
Oh, you're right.
There it is.
I'll bring you back. Chris, are you sure we can filter some folks? It's up to you.
I'm out, man. I'm gonna go.
You don't have to go forever and always.
Bring me
Oh,
back
he's going to
next
go.
time.
All
I
right.
feel responsible.
He'll be back in 5 minutes.
All right, Chris.
He'll be back in
I'll
5
I'll
minutes.
text Chris. He left. Fuck.
I was gonna
Good
hit
job,
one more
Alex.
button for Chris. He said he was gonna go love on his lady.
So sit back, relax, and enjoy the paddle.
Hey, Saltside Jess, the sweetest voice in podcast land.
Anthony, brother, how are you, dude?
I'm good, guys. What's up, fellas and ladies?
Everybody,
Cheers.
right?
I think
How
I
we're
think humans
so
these
so
days.
so what was your real quick, right? Because we got to filter some folks in. We talked about this. What's your top achievements of 2022? I think I know what it is, and I hope it is what I think it is.
Well, obviously, yeah, beating cancer is probably a good one.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah, brother.
We'll
Fuck
go
yeah.
with that one. I mean, getting
Chris,
cancer in
hit the button,
2022
Chris.
Dude, hit the
Chris,
button.
hit the
Chris, you gotta
fucking button,
cheer.
Chris.
wasn't a real highlight,
No,
but I
not
guess-
Chris. Drew,
I'll hit the button when you say
fucking
my
button.
goddamn name right.
Drew, hit that button. Drew, there it is. Fuck yeah.
Okay, hold on, time out. First, y'all didn't want me to mess with anything. Then you want to kick me out, and now y'all are yelling at me like I'm the little kid on what's that shit? Rush Hour. Press the button. Press the goddamn button. Now y'all are screaming at me to hit the button. You want my board? Okay, sorry. Go ahead. I'm gonna mute myself. Just tell me when you want me to hit a button.
That's what she said.
Let's see. Fishing wise, cashed 4 checks this year.
Fuck yeah.
Had a 102-inch limit in one of them. Didn't even win with that either. Won every tournament all year. 102, didn't win that day. Adopted our youngest this year.
Drew, where's it at? Hit it, Drew. I'm hiring Drew for $0.
It's been a wild year to say the least.
Yeah.
A lot of ups and a lot of downs. But there's been some good moments.
All right, what do you got?
I don't even know him.
What's that?
Dude, I said I like this guy already, and I don't even know him. You're killing it, dude.
Well, go listen to
Anthony's.
like episode 52 or some shit.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, me and it was
Love
me
him
and
even
him.
more.
Type that into Spotify, episode 52 or some
I
shit.
actually don't.
Or some shit.
I don't
Like,
think
how do I
it's-
write that into
it's around that
the
number.
Oh, that's what I'm
episode
going to
number?
start doing all my podcasts. Episode 125 and some shit.
And some shit. All right, Anthony, you got this this panel of Bass and Brews alumni. You got a question for anybody?
I guess I have to talk to fucking old Rudd over there, I guess, right? Got to talk to Rudd.
What do you got?
All right, what? I didn't even come up with a question. You said I came up with a question.
See,
Hey,
hold
over
up, Anthony. Hold on.
He's
Hold
starstruck.
up. He has Alex has all these fucking questions. Tori got all these. They ain't send me none of these motherfucking questions. I don't know what the fuck's
You're in
going
the
on.
group chat.
Just like
He's a
you.
liar. He's a
So,
liar. Behind the
you
scenes,
know
he's
what?
a liar.
Yeah,
There was a
Paul,
group chat for this? What the hell?
No,
Paul,
me.
when I
Apparently,
the
I wasn't
host.
in it.
You were in it. Shut the
get
fuck up.
together
You're a
and
liar.
Do a show. I'll come over to your house one time on a Bass and Brews show and sit next to you and just rip on how short Alex is the whole time.
We can do that.
Been on the show.
Did y'all just make a love connection?
I don't know what happened.
Well,
Hey,
I'm moving
what's
to
your
South
question for
Carolina.
Rudd?
He'll be about 2.5 hours away from me.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Live show.
I'll have to make a trip up there on a random Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man.
All right, have to see. What was your favorite tournament this year, Rudd?
It's a good question. Probably a little local deal that I fish in. We fished on Cherokee, and I came in third in that one. And it wasn't even about like where I placed. It was just like an extreme amount of fun. It was one of those days I showed up, had a topwater in my hand first thing in the morning. I caught a walleye on topwater, and then caught a 35-pound rockfish in my kayak. and I was like, all right. I was like, so this isn't working. I need to go actually like try to catch some, some green and brown fish now. And I like had one of those moments where like the your instincts tell you pick up a spinnerbait, and I picked up a spinnerbait and first cast I caught a 20-incher, and then just like went up and down a bank 2 or 3 times and just wrecked their face in. Wasn't enough to win it, but I just had a ton of fun that day. So it's probably my favorite tournament.
What time of the year?
It was March. Yeah.
Hey, real quick, William Shaw, go fuck yourself.
Can we get a rundown of everyone's actual height on this podcast?
Fuck off. Speaking of height,
6'4".
Bruce historian.
Okay,
Do you have
Alex, go
anything
ahead.
for this?
Okay. Am I
wanna
asking
see.
Anthony the question to see if he knows?
Yeah,
Sure,
go
let's
ahead.
go.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
let's
let's
ask
do that.
Anthony. All right, Anthony. Who was the first guest on the podcast this year?
Ooh, this year? Fuck, I don't know that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with
Fucking.
guest.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say Coley because she was co-host with Paul for so long at the beginning of this year. So
No, you're wrong. Sorry. It was Cam Steele.
yeah, I'm
Faith and
But
Fish.
we can give you a
Cam.
bonus point. Do you want a bonus point?
sure I'm probably gonna get this wrong too, though.
No, it's an open-ended
Okay,
question.
hold on. Let me preface this. I do listen to a lot of episodes, but it's literally only in the car when we're driving like 3 hours away. My wife off in the way.
It's the
It's
perfect
really
length.
good for long drives and treadmill. But what is your favorite drunk Paul moment?
There's a lot of those.
You got to choose one.
I ain't never been drunk on this podcast, so I don't know what y'all talking about.
Instagram.
What is your
/
favorite
Scribble
tipsy
chat,
Paul
phone
moment?
calls? What was that?
It could be tipsy. He says he's never been drunk.
Drew, push the button.
Just say right now, Anthony.
I don't
Right
have
now.
a good one for the show wise. I don't have a good one. But
All
we've
right.
had a couple good Instagram lives. If you go back into those, if Paul saved them or if I've saved them.
He does do well on a live platform. I've seen that.
All right, brother. Well, thank you for coming on, man. We're gonna bring in another Brewski to join in. Thank you so much. Everybody, definitely look out though. He's gonna be back on the show. We're gonna talk about his whole journey from getting diagnosed with cancer and then beating it. That's a future episode coming in 2023.
Producer Chris Drew, one of those DCs.
God damn, you can't get my name right.
Later, brother.
Golly.
Hey, Anthony.
All right, let's add another Brewski. We've got somebody in vertical form because he thinks he's on TikTok still.
Oh my God, hand job adventures. Hell
Yeah.
Hand
Way to
job
go, hand
adventures.
job.
What's up, guys?
Okay, historian moment before we even get into you.
All right.
I feel like you're the only person who's gotten a new nickname from the show that has been a guest, not a co-hostess with the mostess, because you were hands-on adventure, and that's no more. You will always be hand job in my book now.
You
think
build
I'm being
1,000 houses, you never become a house builder, I guess. It's nice to be part of this dysfunctional Brady bunch, I guess.
So you're telling me if I look up on TikTok hand job adventures, he's not going to pop up?
You don't want to Google that anywhere. Don't put that in anything.
Yeah, don't Google that.
Don't tell him that. No, you can definitely look that up.
You know that watch list that Jeff was talking about he don't want to be on? That's where you'll go to if you start Googling stuff like that.
All right, hand job. What was your top moments in 2022?
I gotta say the biggest highlight was taking my son and our kayaks cross country and hitting like 8 states and knocking that off the list.
Heck yeah.
We went all the way out to
That's
Arizona
awesome.
and back. So
Where'd you
that's
fish in
been the
Zona?
big highlight.
Where'd you
what?
fish in Arizona? Where'd you fish in Arizona?
We went to a little reservoir called McHood just south of Winslow, which is just a spectacular spot. And then we went up to Lake Powell in Page.
Sweet.
So, but Lake Powell was pretty rough. The water was really low, and oh my God, my gimbal keeps fucking up on me.
You got this fancy fucking gimbal. He's
Yeah,
talking
and
about
some bitch
going
won't stay
next
up.
level.
I'm
You
gonna
need
throw it in the trash.
You need some Gorilla Tape on that thing.
I guess. I don't know. Well, I was going to use my other phone holder, and I couldn't find the damn thing. So here I am.
Hands-on Adventures is the new Shadbird.
What?
Just joking.
I don't know what.
Yeah, thank you. What's your name? Thank you.
I'm loving Drew/Chris's sound effects.
Thank God Alex doesn't kick me out. Don't kick. I can't read it because it's small writing. Thank God he's here. Otherwise, we had a lot of dead air on here. Woo, man. We need one of those boards, Alex.
I mean, if you need me to, I'll keep the show going if he's just going to keep getting quiet on us. So
I know your show was one of the best because I'm
it was
not
a good ass time.
owner of Bass and Brews, so I'm allowed to have favorites. And
do I have the record for the longest run time?
No, not even close, brother.
Oh wow,
No.
we're going to try again then.
All right, let's throw
Don't
this out
tip
now.
me
I
with
want
a
to hear it
good
in the
time,
chat.
'cause-
Shut up, Paul. I want to hear it in the chat. What's the longest runtime? Guess the show. Let's go, Coley. Who's got the longest runtime? What do you think?
I'm gonna go with Joe. I think he had 2 hours or 3 hours and 12 minutes. I can't remember.
Nope.
He had
Rud,
a
what
long
do you
one,
got?
but it wasn't number one.
Okay.
I know ours was long. Wasn't ours something stupid? One we did was stupid long. Like
So close, but not.
Yeah.
Buzz and Bates, what you got?
I was gonna go with Rudd or Joe, so
it was close.
that was my guesses.
Hey,
Jeff?
hey, side note, before anybody else guesses, Alex was not present.
I was not present for
He
this
was
one.
not present.
Can the historian tell
I
us?
got to guess. I got to guess.
Surprise! Paul running over.
Jeff's the
What's your
only
guess,
one that
Jeff?
might know it.
My guess is Jordan Marshall episode.
Nope.
No,
Not even
because
close,
that's
actually.
the nights that the lights went out in Merville before we got
Mhm.
finished. So, but Jordan was a part of the longest one.
Ah, okay.
Oh,
Joe,
then
what do
wait,
you
I
got?
might be wrong. I'm not going to answer this one.
Yeah. Joe, what do you got?
Oh, I thought it was mine for sure. I'm shocked.
Of
that it
course you
wasn't.
did, you fucking
me and Joe over
bastard.
here just like, oh, it's us. It's us.
Drew, what do you got?
Have y'all ever had Chad Hoover on
Nope.
your show?
Nope, not
Well,
yet.
I have no clue, but this just gave me an opportunity because he's been on our show, and me and Chris got to ask 2 questions, and he talked for 2 hours and 45
Send him our
minutes
way.
on our show.
Send them our way.
questions
So
Send them our
if
way.
y'all
Hey.
look, y'all are gonna get 2 questions in, and he's gonna talk for 3.5 hours. Just warning you. That's all I know.
Historian, what is the longest running episode?
No, you can't ask me that because the one I think it is, I'm wrong.
It's Greg.
Well, just
Blanchard.
say it.
The Greg
we-
Blanchard episode is the longest episode.
What'd you
Oh,
say?
was it? Fuck. I was wrong.
Greg
I thought it
What
was.
did you say? Yes,
Greg
that's what I was going to say. But then Paul had to say, "Oh, this other guy was on the show."
Nope.
Oh, I
The
thought
Greg
it was the
Blanchard-
one. I thought it was the one that I had Jordan and Matt.
Nope.
And hashtag pro on Eric.
Nope.
No, Greg Blanchard. I was able to drive to Santee Cooper and home. listening to it. Like,
Greg
you got
Blanchard
me
beat
through
that
the tournament
episode out
and
by
home.
5 minutes.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
It was also my favorite Paul drunk moment. Because
Oh,
out
what's
of
that
nowhere,
drunk?
you're like, women anglers, they're patient.
Like
What's that?
Yeah, out of nowhere.
A-T-I-E.
Women anglers.
P-A-T-I-E-N-T-S or P-A-T-I-N-C-E?
You said like patient, like we're not going to throw our rods. It was pretty late in the show, and I had to rewind it 3 times. I was like, "Did he just?"
I've thrown dollar bills at patients before, but that's it. Like,
I've had dollar bills thrown at me before. Sorry.
All right, as we
Somebody
roll
bring me a
around,
dollar.
as we
dollar
roll
bill.
around,
Oh,
she started the talk. As we roll around, I mean, we just talked about our best moments, right? So, Cupcake Coley, I want to know your most embarrassing moment of 2022.
Just one.
Oh,
I don't know. That's kind of tough. Most embarrassing moment. I don't know. I'm pretty goofy and silly every single day, and I kind of laugh at myself all the time and snort on podcasts and inappropriate moments. I can't really.
snort.
I can't help it. I snorted in our pre-green room thing twice already because my camera fell down like yours did, and I snorted twice. I don't know. I don't think I have a most embarrassing moment. I mean,
Coley, I will say you're the only person here that has ever brought funeral flowers on the podcast numerous times.
well, they were sent to me. Shut up. You're a hater.
I think no. I think Paul hit it. Coley, I love you to death. You're like a sister to me. I think the most embarrassing moment happened 3 times.
Oh my God, yes. Oh my God.
3 times, and that you brought funeral flowers that you stole from somebody's grave.
You know what? If you're going to call me out, Alex, if we're going to call me out, how about when I came on the show and you said, okay, everybody, let's get into Coley. And Paul and I caught it and you didn't catch it. And I'm bright red. And Paul and I were looking at each other and you just sat there laughing along for like 20 minutes and didn't know what the hell anybody was talking about. Yeah. That was embarrassing. And Paul, your stupid dildo lamp comment. Let's see, where is it? That Paul says that's my dildo lamp. So okay, you got me.
Saw that one.
I've been looking at it. This
Hold
whole
on,
time.
I gotta
just
make my
can't have
screen
that
bigger.
out.
Look, Tori, if you're using that, you got some problems. I'm just saying, that's a
huge. That is what's on her nightstand.
This freight train took a dirt road quick.
That's what we do.
So yes, okay. Thank you for reminding me of my most embarrassing moments. I did forget, so thank you.
Cupcake, can you pan over a little bit? I need to see a better look at that lamp.
Okay, hold on. Which way as I go?
Other way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see it.
So
I don't see it.
That's gigantic. Like, look, this is ridiculous. It is not.
She's pulling the whole lamp.
She had ribs on
Because
it,
you're
and it was
stupid.
curvy.
Look at that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, now I see.
Now it's got a twist in it. Yeah, that's a twister.
It's got some ribbed.
That's the twister.
You, all of you, shut up. I'm gonna take my funeral flowers and my dildo lamp and go home. Oh wait, I'm already home.
Well,
I snorted.
Follow that up is Alex Rudd. What's your most embarrassing moment of 2022?
Flipping my kayak finally. I'd never flipped a kayak, and when I flipped it in dramatic fashion. Like it was a day that I found a lady's purse sitting in the bottom of the creek and had to call the police to make sure that she wasn't dead or missing. And then once we determined she wasn't dead or missing, here I go bibbity bopping back down this creek like I'm some kind of badass. And I'm just paddling along and I hit this log. And the best part's I'm on the phone with my mom. And like you hear in the video, I'm like, oh shit, holy shit. And here I am, I'm in the water and my crap is floating everywhere. And the best part is in my ear, my mother's going, like full blown. She's like, what's going on? Oh my God, are you okay? Oh my God, I flipped my shit. She's like, you flipped what? I was like, I flipped my shit. She's like, what shit? I'm like, my kayak. She's like, you flipped your what? I'm like, the plastic boat that I'm in. Yeah, that was fun.
I think from watching your videos and just like having you on the show and talking to you, I feel like you're the most multitasking fisherman ever. Because I feel like you're always out there. You're always on the phone. You got shit going on.
Yes.
No matter what, but you're still out, cracking faces.
I've taken many a business calls this year, and I always have to like preface them by saying, hey, listen, I'm fishing. So if I get real quiet, I've hooked one. And people are like, okay, badass. Just let her rip. It's like, yeah, I've always got an AirPod in, podcast, phone call. There's always something going on. Like it's my ADHD. Like I'm like a squirrel on crack some days. So anything to distract my mind just a little bit is enough to keep me going in the right direction.
All right. Well, before we get to Justin, Bass and Brews historian, it's your job to drop a fun fact.
Okay. All right. Fun facts. You're not giving me warning on this, and I'm getting really into it. Okay.
We've been in a group text for 8 weeks.
Correct.
Well, to fill time, if y'all would have put me in the group text, I could have had some more shit for my soundboard whenever we had fun facts and everything else, but I wasn't included on the group text because Alex don't like me apparently.
Neither was I.
Sweet,
Neither was I.
Donald Duck loving girl drinker gained 62 pounds while Alex was gone.
That was just mean.
Man, you're just going to call my man out like that.
That was just mean.
Wow.
Alex
What
is
happened?
the
Kind
one
of
that told
impressive.
me how much weight he gained.
What
If she wasn't everybody's favorite TikToker, she'd get fired.
That is awful.
What happened? I wasn't listening. I was reading the comments.
She called you fat, bro.
It's
shit,
for the
I am
best
fat.
that you didn't hear it.
It's okay. Oh, never mind. I saw that in the group text that they sent out. I saw
Wait,
that.
did you not really
right.
gain 62 pounds?
No, hell no. I didn't gain that much.
That was the best.
Why you gotta keep bringing it up? She's like 62 pounds. 62 pounds.
I don't know.
You
if
didn't
guys heard
gain
me.
62 pounds. Come on, Paul. You didn't get fat and gain 62 pounds.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, Alex said that his real height is 4'7".
Makes up for it a little bit.
Hey, I'm 3.5. Alex is wide.
I love
that Alex or this Alex, because if you're 3.5 of me wide, dude, I don't even know how you get off the floor.
No, see, this is why we can't. There's only one Alex in this right now.
And
When I
me.
say
It's my show.
when I have a really mean joke or something stupid to say, it's swamp rat fishing. I would never talk shit about Alex Rudd because his beard is glorious.
Everybody's
Gonna
said
give bearding
my
advice
shield.
later. Yeah, so like no, put that one back.
Unfat.
Put that
No,
one.
put that-
I did.
love- put that
Hold
one
on,
up
hold on.
there.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love
there we go.
King Rudd's beard.
Who is the angry chiropractor that's stroking your beard?
I don't know. I've always loved that guy's username, though. The angry chiropractor. That is the most terrifying thing that I can imagine. It's like, hey, how's your day going today, man? I'm pissed off. And you're gone.
Relax your neck.
Drop that shoulder. I'm going to rip your head off your body.
All right, I've had a bunch of beers, so I'm not going to be rude. But Paul, you need to do your job. Justin, what's your most embarrassing moment while I go pee pee?
Please close the door, Alex. Close the door this time. Close.
Did he stand up?
No, he was standing the whole time, dude.
Oh,
Look, he has 3 seat boosters in his seat, both of his daughters and one of his.
Can we get Kaya Kitchen to sponsor his seats and stack 2 or 3 of them up for him?
All right, Justin. Whatever the hell Alex asked you. Swamp rat fishing.
My most embarrassing thing was probably it was something that it's not on the internet. I wish it would have been, but my buddy got an old bass cat back in the middle of summer, so like a late 80s bass cat, and he's like, man, we need to go do one of these Friday nighters out here on Bull Shoals. So I'm like, I'm not good at night fishing. We don't have a graph on this boat to save our life. So I'm like, yeah, let's go do one real quick. And we were boat number 4 out of 35 or 40 boats. And we're sitting out there idling. And right when they're calling boats off, his engine starts having a miss. You know, it's sitting there. It sounds like a pissed off cat. Just, I mean, it was, and we're sitting there, and right when they yell number 4, his boat dies. So he's got to restart it. We're sitting there right in the middle of the pack, and he's sitting there, and it finally starts. Then the thing wouldn't get on plane. And he's like, you got to get on the front. You got to get on the front. So I run and jump, and I lay my ass up there on the front, going past everybody, just to get the thing to level out, get on plane. And then I just see everybody watch this as we're driving by. I'm just kind of waving at them, doing a whole, kind of little sexy wave thing. I wish we would have been recording that. I wish I would have had a GoPro on the boat or something, because in the heat of the moment, it was hilarious. And then looking back at it, whenever we were putting the boat back, at midnight when we were going to the weigh-in, everybody's like, what the hell are you guys doing? It's like, brand new boat. We don't know. So that was the most embarrassing thing for sure.
Jeff, what do you got? Most embarrassing moment? You like how I popped in, I urinated, and could go right into the transition. Jeff, what do you got for most embarrassing moment of 2022?
I'm probably accepting this invite, to be honest with you.
Winner. Podcast over.
No, to be honest, man, I told you guys at the beginning, I became a grandfather. I'm becoming kind of old and crotchety, and as an old grandfather, I really don't get embarrassed by anything. I really don't. That sounds kind of arrogant to say, but I'm the long socks with flip flops guy that doesn't really care. You just saw my little girly dog up here in my lap. I have no shame about anything.
Hey, speaking
whatsoever.
of that dog, Jeff, when y'all got that dog, you were like, oh, this dog that, and I never thought I'd be going shopping for a dog. And then now that's like your little best friend. There ain't a picture on the internet without that little puppy dog in your hands.
Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. I'll murder somebody for this dog right here.
But when you first got it,
Right.
you were like, "Oh, I ain't going shopping for dog clothes. I never thought I'd be doing this." And there you are, got your best little friend in the whole house.
Let me tell you what could have been my most embarrassing moment then. It didn't bother me, but it could have been as I self-reflect. I stood outside the dressing room of a Lululemon store with that little dog in a dog stroller holding my wife's purse.
No. Really?
Just stood there. Probably texting Lambert or something. I don't know what I was doing. I was just
Like a
standing there.
boss, bro. Like a boss. That's awesome.
Jeff, that's
No,
okay
I
these
wanna know.
days.
Wait. How
You
did
can do that.
How
Hold a
did you
person,
get to this
fluffy
point?
dog.
How do you get to this point? You just kind of lose. You don't care anymore as a grandfather, as an old man. You
Lose all self-respect.
No, not self-respect. You just have the ultimate self-confidence where no judgment matters from anyone.
All the
You
way
just-
you want, bro.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I wasn't buying the Lululemons. I was just there.
Sure.
Speaking of the Lululemons, Tori forgot to mention that Vinny was a teacher too.
Yes, you are correct, but he's a PE teacher, so that only.
Oh, is that a little teacher on teacher hate?
Yeah.
God,
Well,
dang.
that was
teacher spice. Again,
We take the PE teachers out of the P's.
hey
Yeah,
guys,
sorry.
you guys should
I'm
head
savage
over.
when it comes to that.
You guys head over to the Bass and Brews Patreon. You sign up, you'll get Teachers After Dark.
Hey,
That sounds like a OnlyFans.
well, that accounts for my toes. But speaking of Lululemons, and since we got a couple Queen City folks on here, if you ever go to a national tournament, you can pick out a Queen City angler really quick because they all got Lululemon
Yoga pants on, right?
They got yoga pants on. You can tell there's 120 average anglers in that club, and I'd be willing to bet at least 95% go fishing in the summertime in they stretch pants.
Okay, 95 is fair, but I'm in the 5% that don't.
Nope. I don't Lululemon right now.
I wear shorts in wintertime before I do that.
Comfort.
Yeah.
Joe Love.
You're
La
also
Barbera.
in Florida, so
Lord.
no offense.
Not in Florida.
I'm not in Florida.
North Carolina.
North Carolina, dude.
He just always goes to Florida for some.
I just travel all over the place.
He has the good life where he's constantly on vacation.
In the South. So I will give you the most embarrassing moment is when you talk about fishing in the elements, but you only fish in the South.
We get all the
Easy
elements
now.
in one day, fool. What you talking about?
I'm coming to New Jersey this year. You just have your shit packed and ready.
You dropped 46 degrees in an hour here in Tennessee the other day, so I don't want to hear shit from nobody.
Hey, look,
It was
Alex,
so
you ain't lying. I was fishing during that. When we left the launch, it was 66 degrees. When I got back to my house, it was 26 degrees, and
Dude,
that
it
ain't
was-
no lie.
It was not fun the other day. That was
Mm-mm.
people were like,
I
"I'm going
also,
fishing." I'm like, "You're smoking crack."
I
Don't give a
lived
fuck.
30 minutes from the
It's been-
Tennessee line, and it was hella cold.
It's
Yeah.
been 22 degrees solid for the last 3 weeks in South Jersey. So you all can go fuck yourself.
Well, there is play.
Except
You
for
can
Joe.
move.
Except
Like
for
there is
Joe.
houses
Except for
available where you don't have to deal with that shit. Like
No,
you're
no,
retired.
Drew.
Like
Drew,
move.
We're not inviting any other Northerners to North Carolina. Sorry.
Oh no. He just said it.
We're in
So
Tennessee either.
let's be official right here. Bass and Brews and all these guests, this star-struck group that we have said we should all move to Tennessee and the Carolinas if you're from New Jersey or New York. That's what they just said.
We're
All right,
close.
Joe La Barbera. What
I
is
was
your
gonna
most?
say I live in the coldest weather of all you guys.
Yeah.
I ain't complaining. Like
That's true. That's true. Pennsylvania. So, hey, speaking of Joe, since you're hopping in here, what is your most embarrassing moment this year?
So I got a couple. They're not like huge.
Well-
Like I didn't like fall off the dock like I did last year. I don't know if I told that story. on
You did.
did I? Okay.
Yeah, you did. It's so good.
So they're not like as good, but I do like to wear this like only fish t-shirt a lot. And so it fits so good. I can't help it. It's like one of my favorite shirts, not just because of what it says, but so like I coach pro bass camp every year on Oneida. It's this high school overnight camp that Kurt Dove runs. And like this year there was like this star-studded cast because it was right after the Bass Open on Oneida. So like a ton of all the like really good guys like stuck around. And Oneida's my like home body of water, which is the only reason I probably get invited. But like Pangarak was there, Hallman, like Andrew Upshot, like, I mean, star-studded cast, right? So we don't have to go to lectures as counselors. So like I go out to dinner with a couple of the guys while some of the other guys had to like give lecture that night. So we like stroll in like late and like quiet. And Brad Hallman, who is one of my biggest role models in all of fishing, is given a seminar to these kids. And I walk in and everybody starts laughing and pointing at me. And I had no idea why. I'm like, guys, like, listen to Brad. I'm like trying to play it off. Like, I don't know if I got like a booger hanging or like what's going on, why they're all like laughing at me. Right. But they're clearly like pointing and laughing at me. And then one of these like kids, like couldn't have been 13 years old. He's just like one of those outgoing kids who'll do anything the older kids tell him to do, comes up to me and he goes, where do I buy that fucking shirt, dude? Like, and I like bought it off Instagram, no lie, like 13 out of the 30 kids had them purchased before that. And like none of them listened to Hallman like for the rest of his seminar. And I was like super embarrassed because he's like huge role model of mine. And I'm wearing an Only Fish shirt. Like never thought like, but a bunch of teenage boys just like lost their cookies over it. Like, so that was like one of them. The other thing is like I got on that bait fuel kick. Sorry, Red. Like really early in the year.
That is sex lube 1000%.
Yes.
So
Wait.
where I'm going with
What?
it, right?
Don't interrupt.
Explain that
Alex.
again.
Let him finish.
Yeah, go ahead.
So,
We'll go back to
so bait fuel is the weirdest like viscosity ever, right? Like it's
super
fucking KY, dude. So it's got no smell, no taste, and I know it has no taste, right? So like for a while, right?
Making
I'm like,
popsicles or something?
Y'all bass guys are wild.
so like I get some of it before it like really even like makes it to retail in the US and stuff. And I'm like calling places in Canada, like dropping everybody's name that I'm not actually friends with, trying to like get this stuff before everybody else, like on the phone left and right. And so I finally get it like before a lot of people. This is like before the classic. And I'm like, I'm trying to like justify myself to my friends and shit, like why I'm really into this stuff. I'm like, guys, look, it's tasteless. So I start like eating it in front of people. And it became this like thing, like wherever I went, everybody's like, oh yeah, Joe eats the lube. Like that's what everybody started telling people, right? So like it became like this party trick. Like everywhere we went, like people had it, and they're like, "Watch Joe fucking eat the shit." Like, so I ended up like all like, oh jeez, I can't even go into it. It's just so freaking embarrassing.
Y'all don't ever need to say nothing about hillbillies.
Yeah. So like, yeah, I ate a lot of bait fuel this year because that's what everybody kept making me do. I don't know.
Joe, the bait fuel eater, La Barbera.
Yeah.
All right, look, hey, real quick. Hey, Jeff, I know you got the roll, buddy. Thanks for coming on. We appreciate you. Appreciate you having us on your stuff and all the support, dude. Thank you.
Hey, appreciate you guys, man.
Thanks, Jeff.
Putting up with us, brother.
Push a button, Drew. Push a button.
Which button you want me to push? Are we happy that he's leaving, or are we sad?
The sad one.
I want to hear what he's pushing.
It was too much for KBN.
That's right. See y'all. Appreciate you. Happy New Year, guys.
Thanks, Jeff. We'll see you, buddy.
Grandpa.
You call him Grandpa?
Grandpa.
She dropped the grandpa at the end.
Oh, all right.
Okay,
Drew.
so wait, you're talking about this bait lube. What is the stuff that you're always putting on your worms cupcake?
Tube lube.
What is it?
It's tube lube. Alex, I think you tried it. It was originally designed for tubes, and you like put it inside of the tube and it slowly dissipates out. But I started, shut up, what did I miss?
I'm too many Trulies in for this fucking conversation.
What does that one taste like?
Old enough. I am.
Look, Joe's eating tube. I can put tube lube on my fishing stuff, all right?
Have you tasted it?
Yeah,
no, I would never taste it.
There it is.
No.
There it is. There it is.
Just go ahead and take a
mark.
big pull right now.
It's super stinky. It's really, really, really stinky. And I swear the Mad Shad always works. It's just there's Mad Shad and Crawdad and garlic, and for whatever reason, the Mad Shad it works really well for me.
Put it on the
Oh my god. He's gonna eat the tube. He's gonna eat the lube again.
Oh,
It's
Passing it around. Stop.
It's just the weirdest consistency.
Am I in the
That's what
Twilight
gets you.
Zone? Are we eating
Not a weird-
lube on the damn podcast? This is not what you said we were going to do, Jabberhammer.
Listen, it is not a weird consistency.
Was this in the group text that I missed? What the hell is going on?
But Joe, why are you making it sexual? Like you're not you're presenting it in such a sexy way. I kind of want some.
There was some Chinese dude. Listen, there was some Chinese dude sitting in a factory and said, "Hey, listen, we have got like 5,000 gallons of extra sex lube," and there was another dude at the factory down the street that makes everybody's baits and reels that went, "Listen, we've got the fishing industry and we got fast guys." And
They'll buy
they're like,
anything.
"They'll buy anything.
They'll
Sex
buy
lube in a bottle."
anything. Hey, put this extra lube in a bottle and call it bait fuel, and the bass guys will buy it by the gallons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that for like glide baits and stuff? Like, what is the point?
It's for anything.
All right.
But if there's no scent,
But
then
if there's
what
no
are you
scent and no
attracted to?
taste,
No,
like,
no,
what the
it's-
fuck are you
so
doing? It's plastic already.
Well, no, it's water based. So like,
It's like
A
lube.
water base makes it even worse. Like,
no,
what
so
are you
like,
doing?
It doesn't have to be like just because we can't smell it and taste it doesn't mean fish can't.
No,
But
no.
When you eat it, does your fingers slide in your mouth easier?
real slippery. Yeah.
No, you're full of shit, man. I think you got duped on that one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We don't have none of that in
scientifically
the saltwater world. Like, none.
If
Speaking
you
of
guys are
saltwater,
really into
Be
that,
the first. Be the first.
yeah. If you guys are
Speaking of-
really into that, go to their website, look up Joe Lube 20, and you'll get a 5% discount.
Listen,
Speaking
if
of saltwater, the only outcast that we have here, the only guy that fishes with spinning reels on purpose. What Drew?
I only
is
fish with
your-
one spinning reel. Only one.
I mean,
only from a
okay.
popping cork, but that's it.
Okay.
I mean, I guess
So something we didn't release too was like, I don't know if you guys can really see it. Like the audio is I just bait fueled in my pants. Like so we've been sitting on this one for a while. And yeah, it'll be good when it finally drops.
Thanks, Joe.
is that your most embarrassing moment? You bait fueled in your pants?
I bait fueled in my pants, bro.
I've had that happen. I was in my 20s though when I bait fueled in my
Dude,
pants.
hands on.
I think the first time you bait fueled is a magic moment.
Yeah.
I mean,
You never want to bait fuel too early though.
Billy, bud, how are you?
Everybody remembers their first bait fuel.
Woo-wee. But welcome to Bass and Brews. This is again your weekly distraction from quality podcast content.
Mhm.
Drew, look, we lost like 18 followers since we started talking about lube. Drew, take us back to fishing because that's what you saltwater fellas do. But what's your most embarrassing moment besides your brother losing the winning fish?
well, we had some lube, and no, I think the most embarrassing it happened like 2 weeks ago because my memory's horrible. Like I probably had some really bad stuff. Like I came on your show twice. Like we did the regular episode, and then I decided to come on live. So we were on twice. I guess that could be something. But recently I was out fishing, and I have an autopilot 136, and it just died. Like everything cut off. Wind's blowing 25. Like there's a front coming in. It's sucking. So unplug the battery, plug it back in, stand up, unplug it from the back. I start pulling out my screwdriver. I'm taking off terminals. I'm doing everything. And I'm like, well, shit, I guess I'm going to have to paddle this damn bathtub back to the launch. So I get to paddling. I'm paddling for, 15, 20 minutes. Just my shoulders are about to blow out. Like I'm here. They're screaming at me. Like I'm cussing everybody. I'm cussing my battery company.
Tournaments anymore.
Man, I'm cussing Old Town. I'm like, oh, goddamn, these pieces of shit. I'm yelling at everybody. I can see my truck. So I'm almost back to the launch. And then I look down, I pulled my damn, what's the little thing that cuts your motor? I pulled my kill switch off. That is the only reason why that son of a bitch stopped. I paddled 3 miles, about to die, with my shoulders about to just blow the hell out in the wind, and all I had to do was plug my kill switch back in.
Maybe you should have lubed it first.
Look, if I lubed it, it would have popped off earlier. I needed like anti-lube, whatever that is.
No, you
I
needed
glue that son of a bitch.
you needed bait fuel to lube it up.
Look, I needed that for my shoulders. Like, does that help with your shoulders if you eat it? Does it like get into? Can you rub it on your shoulders? Will that help? Is it like the blue emu oil? Can I throw it on there? That may be one thing. It's odorless. I ain't gonna smell it out there.
It's
It'll be
the
all
new
right.
it's the new icy hot minus the smell or the heat.
Or the taste.
All right, before we get into this next section here, Tori, you got to start fucking working, girl.
Okay, well, wait a minute. I noticed that we got a new friend here, Mr. Billy Kayaks. Is this the Devil's clothing company that you're wearing?
Well,
No,
you know, I can
buddy?
see where you could think that. Yeah. So, and there's
Is that some Satan stuff or something?
I know there's a lot of that South going on there. So go Bucks. And I know a lot of you are in the South, but there's, you know, yeah, Uday.
We're talking about your hoodie, your AFCO.
No, I think
he wasn't here for that. So
I know. Well, he
you were talking about my Bengals.
No, so I had a lady ask me at the Chick-fil-A drive-through one time if my AFCO hat was some Satan stuff, and she said it like, "Is that some Satan stuff?"
Oh, I didn't think you could see that.
Yeah.
And
I
I
have
didn't
the
know
same hoodie,
because I
so of
also
course I
upgraded $8 more
Oh.
to say
Oh,
Hobie on
Mr.
there.
Fancy Pants.
Ooh,
That's okay. If you have a Hobie, you got to be bougie like that.
That's right.
That way
I'm
we can
bougie.
look down on those old town people.
That's right.
Yeah, and again, the Bengals, Bengals, Buckeyes, Hobie, so bougie. So bougie.
Old Town folks don't even know where their damn kill switch is.
I want to go ahead.
Mr. Billy, do you know how our dear sweet grandpa Paul got his name, the Jabber Hammer?
I knew that you were going to ask me a trivia question. So I was prepared to start this out by saying that Alex and Swamp Rat, I found this podcast from TikTok.
Me
so
too.
I didn't actually start. I wasn't on YouTube. I wasn't on like Spotify or anything like that. I found like Alex would actually comment. I have like the most random TikTok channel. It's ridiculous. And my kids, I'm a dad with 4 kids, and they make fun of me and they think it's ridiculous. And apparently Alex thinks it's ridiculous, maybe. So I would get
Loves it.
So I'm new. I went back and I watched Buzz and Bait was the first episode that I watched.
Was he wearing pants?
Wait, hold on. Because I have my own soundboard.
Hey, there's only room for one soundboard on that.
Drew's got the competition
the
now.
dueling soundboards. This shit's Lord, we're gonna kick
So, but I'm new to so I don't want to pretend like I understand all of the history and all that, but I love in only like maybe 2 weeks of listening to all this, I love it. So you guys are killing it. I'm the new guy. I just want to be honest. I'm the new guy. So yeah.
We welcome you, Billy. With your
Answer the question.
Yeah. Do you know how he got? If you don't know, just make up a random story.
Yeah, just make something up.
The truth. Yeah, the truth is because he gained 62 pounds. That's
So it's evident that he's only listened to this episode tonight.
Yeah. Well, okay. What was the basketball game you were watching?
It was Carolina and somebody else, and we won. That's all that matters.
Well, at least that's 2 episodes I was watching.
You're right.
There you go.
Yeah.
I know the answer to this one, historian. It's actually Cupcake Coley. Cupcake Coley's the one that dropped the Jabber Hammer name. I stole it.
A trivia question I actually knew.
Yeah. She nailed it, but I love that you're in on it. This is what we're here for. We're here for all, we're here for everybody, big and small. That's what Bass and Brews is here for.
Yeah.
Potty break, Coley. Go pee in those funeral flowers if you got it. No, maybe not. That's on camera. Go somewhere else to do that one.
All right. So what's our next question, Alex? You
Well,
said you had
welcome,
3.
Billy.
We're at number.
What is your little talk that you got going
Damn,
on?
No, hold on, Billy.
Shit.
You about to be
Go ahead,
kicked
Tori.
out as the hostess with the mostest. Tori is taking over.
Tori's
Look, there's only
dominating.
2 people here that can take over.
Billy, you've already missed the upside, right? So we're not going to cover that. Here's what I want to know. You are now on the downside. I want to know what your most embarrassing moment of 2022 was.
That I'm 5'7" and 3/8. That's my most embarrassing.
That's your most.
That's not. Dude, we're 5'8". Just don't say 5'7" and whatever.
Alex
We're
is
5'8".
4'7", so you know it
Oh,
happens.
you know what? I had a quote. I had a bully one time.
Okay.
And I told you I'm a dad with 4 kids. So I had a bully one time go, "What are you, like 5'8", bro?" And I was like, "No, 5'7" and 3/8". So, whatever. But my most embarrassing moment was actually I took the kids to I took them up to East Harbor. I'm up in Ohio, Central Ohio. I took them up to East Harbor, and we stayed. There was a storm that rolled in. It was one of the first times I had taken the kids like camping. We had the tent. We had all the whatever. A storm rolled in, and a buddy of mine was like, "Hey, you gotta like tether this stuff down. Like these winds are going to be like brutal, dude." So we had some rope and they tied, and it was like tied. No. So we tied the tent and everything to the picnic table and to the trailer, because you know that the truck's not going anywhere, the trailer's not going anywhere. And my 4 kids were. Long story short, I'll just skip to the morning, and may have been some. I'll skip to the morning. I drove away in the morning at Lake Erie, and I drugged the picnic table and part of the tent. Yeah, it happened.
You drugged it?
Dude, I was
like you gave it some meth and said, like, listen here, picnic table. We're gonna be people.
I almost killed my kids. 500. I went back on Google Earth and I measured it. It was over 500. It was memories. I was making memories for my kids. So they still talk about it. So I win.
Your children.
I win. Yeah. They're okay.
So at this point, it's great they can still talk about it.
Yeah.
Hey, here's the funny thing. We have. Oh Lord, who's got the feedback? Feedback. Hey, here's the funny part. We got a bunch of ex elementary school teachers here, and they will attest to this, that there are no secrets in your household. Your kids have told this story and probably embellished it so much that you're now on a list for whatever county that you live in for being a parent.
In fact, I've already called CPS.
Yeah.
I mean,
I put it on YouTube. So. Yeah. I went to a
underwater robberies clears it up right here. Sorry, I'm back. I just quit my job. I'm a teacher now.
Yeah.
You gotta quit and try again. Sorry.
I had a teacher tell me one time, if you believe half the things that your kids tell me about you, and then you believe fuck you guys. I've been drinking too many beers. Waiting on this
Billy.
moment.
I know what you're trying to say.
Waiting on this moment.
Thank you. You say it. Say what I was trying to say.
Okay, Billy is trying to say, I won't believe half of what they tell me about home if you don't believe half of what they tell you about school.
There we go.
Hey,
look, Billy is the drunk wood of the Alex Rudd line that we
100%.
did.
So before we get to that, Rudd, he just sent me a super secret text message.
Super
secret. And Rudd said it's too much. He's no, I'm just joking. Rudd, he's tapping out. I want to make sure he gets his goodbye though.
Hey, love you guys. Love your faces.
I love you too, Bob.
You're the man, Rudd.
Hey, I'm not. I'm just a guy who.
No. You're a good dude.
We still get starstruck with you around though.
Weird.
The Rudsters on. Whoa.
Hold on, before he leaves. Like honestly, so. Yes, super starstruck, but not even at this point, because me and you have chit-chatted. We've texted back and forth. This guy's awesome. You guys should go follow him on all of his shit. He's an awesome dude. He really is great. So make sure you follow him, Alex Rudd. He's awesome. He's a normal fucking dude. He's just got to be nice on the camera until he comes to Bass and Brews, and he can be normal.
That's right. That's right. Hey, listen.
There it is.
Tip on my stomach. But no, I do appreciate you guys very much. I've enjoyed
Later,
it.
brother.
I'll see y'all later. Bye.
Later.
See you, Alex. Later.
See you, buddy.
Damn, now I got to start calling.
Yo, he had to
our
bounce
Alex.
quick. He was
Alex.
like, this shit got out of control. We're done.
I love since Alex has gotten back from the bathroom. Has anyone noticed the hands are moving more Italian?
He's more of a hand talker now.
The Italian is really like coming out on him now.
I was waiting on the right time to say this, but she just did it. But has anybody else noticed how Tori drinks like a hamster,
Yes, where
drinking
have
from,
you been?
drinking from
Not a
the little
Nope.
bulb she uses for
Drew,
her hands?
get it
not a
right.
hamster,
It's a
it's a
freaking
squirrel.
squirrel.
That's a
It's a
drinking
squirrel.
squirrel, man. That's like
Look,
4 months old.
look. Probably
Yeah, we
the
can tell
third
Drew
most
did not
drunk.
watch my episode.
I
The
did not
third
watch the
most-
live. I'm sorry, I don't watch a whole lot.
It
of
wasn't
live.
live, but the third most drunk I've ever been on this podcast was
Those
trying to keep up with Tori drinking her canned wine with two hands. Every time she would drink with two hands, I would. By the end of that podcast, I'm pretty sure I fell asleep in the recliner out in the garage.
I had a really bad headache the next day.
Hey,
So I
Ryan
switched to cider. We had this one that had 8 alcohols, and now we have this one, which is yummier with 6 alcohols. I
Mm.
tried the one that Hand Job recommended, and it was gross.
Look, Ryan looked at Tori at one point and was like, "That's enough." All right, Alex, what's the third question? Because we're at the third question point of time for all of our guests.
How many questions are there? Because, like I said, I haven't been in the fucking group chat.
Neither have I. Not
There's
with
17
those
questions.
All right,
Oh,
I
Ryan's
need
gonna
to
say
get
it. I
some
ain't
more
gonna make
Trulies.
it
I haven't
to
ate dinner
17.
yet. Shit. I'm 5 Trulies in, no dinner.
We got
Let's
hook
go.
sets, hook sets in the background. Hook sets in the background.
Oh, there he is, drinking like a squirrel. Cupcake Coley, my girl. What's your major plans for 2023? I want to hear your number one. This is what I want to hit, whether it's fishing or obviously we do social media on this channel too. So I want to know, what's your 2023 goal?
I want to be like all the cool guys and quit my job and just work on fishing.
No shit, right? Like
I'm sending Joe a pair of mallards because he wants mallards. I'm going to send you a pair of mallards, and you're going to teach me how to successfully leave my job and pursue fishing as my career.
Joe, by pair of mallards, she means literal ducks.
I know.
You're getting fucking ducks.
I
He
live
knows.
ducks.
I like.
We're friends. We know that. We know ducks. We're good. We're friends. He likes ducks too. Sorry if I let that out of the bag, Joe.
I'm all about him, dude. My dad's a veterinarian. I've grown up with like farm animals and all kinds of stuff, dude. And I can't have a dog. Like I'm not home enough. So I'm
Hold on. Time out. Hold on, Joe. You're you got a vet background?
My father's a vet. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Coley takes on tons of animals.
Yeah.
This is true.
Yeah.
My backyard farm, your vet skills. What do you know?
Well, I mean, I didn't say I had any. I've just been an observer for many years.
Apparently, about to get 2 mallards.
Are people bringing ducks to the vet in Pennsylvania? Like, is that a thing?
You can't take your duck to the vet. Nobody will take ducks to a vet. They don't see them. You have to
You
find
just eat them, some bitches.
No! Who said that? Which one of you said it?
You ain't never ate duck.
Who said it? Which one of you? Who am I mad dogging right
It
now?
was Chris. Chris said it.
Chris. No, I don't eat duck. I don't enjoy eating duck, so thank you very much.
Yeah, no, I mean, I tried it once just so that I had to know, and it's weird.
It's gamey. Yeah, it's oily and gamey and nasty.
Yeah.
Alex,
it's not
hold
for
up,
me.
time out. Hold up. We got some technical difficulties. Alex, what the fuck are you doing?
What's going on?
Aneurysm right now.
I'm drunk as fuck at this point, and where the fuck?
I thought he was trying to play matchmaker there for a minute.
Oh, who the hell has the feedback? Damn
It's
it!
gotta be.
It's
Is
not.
that okay? Everybody got real quiet, real quick.
So
I
if I talk, is there feedback on mine
Ooh.
since I came back from the bathroom because I had to take them out because I almost pulled an Alex and took my ear.
It's you.
Check.
It's Coley.
It's Coley. Coley, but your headphones aren't working. Hey, fix them. All right, next out. All right, so oh shit! Now we fucking muted every. Alex has fucked up the live feed because he is hitting every
I
button.
muted myself.
You want me to just start hitting buttons on my sound machine until he figures it out?
You know, redfish are really dumb.
Where did we missed that story? Where did she go?
Yeah.
Did she bounce out? Oh, there she is.
Hook says to wifey, come back in. You're not actually in the chat. There we go.
What the heck?
There we go. All right.
No, y'all kicked me out.
Alex,
No, we
Alex
didn't.
is drunk
Okay.
and just fucking hitting buttons like a.
No, I got kicked. I left my husband to sit here, and then I came back, and I was in the green room.
Well,
He
that's
bounced
pretty
you
extreme to
He
leave your
bounced you
husband
out.
at this point in time in life.
That's a bold move.
All right. As we're talking about the historian,
Fuck you, Ryan, I'm going to Bass and Brews. You're out of here.
hold on. Tori's got a job to do, and you still got a shit ton to go through. Let's hear some fun facts.
All right, now, how many beverages are normally consumed on the show? Who's got the answer?
7.
We going total, like between everybody, or
Totally.
In total.
well, fuck, the episode I was on was probably like 72, but that was
On
the
a
last
normal
day to drink
show.
for like 3 months.
At least a 12-pack.
Hold on. Why is there no keg on the Kegger episode?
Because
Because
we're
we're
not
fucking poor.
together. That's too
I don't
much for
care.
one person to drink.
I really
Amateur.
thought about getting one of those little kegs to bring it on and just like
You
sit
didn't
it
invite
right
us
here on
over,
the-
Anthony. We could have just all showed up at your house.
That would have been real
Thinking
fun.
about and executing are two different things.
So here's let me start this question with. I saw this question and I saw the answers that Alex gave out. And nobody is counting how many I drink because this is 26 ounces. And I'll have 2 or 3, maybe 6 of these in one episode. So that's like, I'm not good at math.
Holy,
but
good
let's
tinkle
say
if you guys.
4.
16.
That's like 70. That's like 74 ounces
Paul,
of 8 alcoholic
do
beverages.
those come with a dental dam? I was just wondering.
Yes.
I'm not sure what that is.
What is a dental dam? I don't know either. Somebody
You don't
educate me.
know.
Just Google
They're
it.
not
I
gonna
don't. I
tell
just
you.
think
No,
explaining
look.
it would get us kicked off.
Yeah.
Kicked off of what?
Have you
well,
listened to the rest of the show?
Whenever
I was like,
it's
have you been here for this
fever
episode?
season.
Yeah, but to explain it, like, I don't think I can explain it in a PC way.
The dude
Why
that
don't
was
you kick
eating
off with a
lube
lamp? We
doesn't
ain't
want to
going nowhere.
explain what a dental
Yo,
dam is.
It's-
That's got to be
it's a
some
whole nother
shit.
level.
Hey, we'll
It's a
start a
whole
group chat for the dental dam talk. Okay. Or the podcast that maybe is coming up in the future that I'm doing. Maybe we'll talk about it there. But for now,
No,
third
Paul's
question.
trying to use this.
Nope.
Alex,
Third
don't let him
question.
use your platform for that
Third
shit.
question. We're gonna go with Drew. Alex, what's the third question? Since I didn't get, I don't know the 3 that you were gonna ask.
Well, it's
He asked, what
actually
is your big plans for 23?
correct.
What are your plans for 2023, fishing or social media wise, there, Drew? Because I know y'all always have some shit going on. You're always planning shit, so I know you got a bunch. But what's the top one on each?
Man, I don't. Chris has a lot of plans. He would have been the better one for this because I'm kind of taking a seat.
Well, he would
back
have
on our
one
plans for this year.
altogether, other than the sound effects.
I mean, we're not going to talk about me and Paul's podcast that we're going to drop here pretty soon. But no, I'm just kidding.
Fuck Alex, is that what you're saying?
2020
Cousins and casting.
2023. I mean, if we're being completely honest, if you guys want honest stuff, I don't think y'all want honest stuff with do beavers build dental dam.
God, we're gonna bring out the beavers.
Very close.
Yeah, that's what they do. Good
They
job,
buy 'em.
Hurt Locker.
Hold on.
They buy them. They don't
Before
build
you finish, Tori, you gotta. I mean, you gotta. It was on the list. You got a fun fact for this one.
Yeah, I do have a fun fact.
Yeah, you do.
Is it about beavers?
It is.
Yes. Just shut your mouth and listen.
So the first time Paul chose to ask this question, he did ask a girl, and it was Tiff, the Texas Bass Babe, if she eats beaver.
Hold on.
What was her
Tori,
response?
Tori,
Please.
Tori, my buddy. You're supposed to go like,
That
hey,
wasn't a question.
hey,
It was
hey,
a statement.
Brewskis.
Hey, Brewskis. How many
Who
y'all
is
like
the
some
first
beaver
person
around
to be
here?
asked? No, who is the first person to be asked the beaver question? And then
So
he gave a
obviously
pause.
you don't teach English or grammar because that was a statement, not a question. You have to be a math teacher or science.
I just teach kids how to read. They can learn grammar later.
Yeah,
She was doing it Jeopardy style.
Yeah,
It's
thank you.
Jeopardy days. All right. Coley's going pee-pee. She doesn't want to know it on the cam. But
All right, so let's move on with. All right, Drew, you got to give us one of your 2023 goals. What's something you want to do in 2023?
I only have one like personal goal for the whole thing, and that is to get on the regional or national team for Old Town. That's my goal. That's my goal for 2023. I should have applied last year, and some of my contacts in Old Town, they're like, because we work with Mariner Sales. I don't know if you guys know Mariner Sales. I should have applied last year, but the deadline I think was the end of October. I should have applied last year, and I didn't. But this year I'm gonna apply, and that's my goal, just to be on the regional national team for Old Town, because I believe in Old Town. I've used every freaking kayak out there. I probably paddled, motored, 35 kayaks. I've had a
listen, I'm
kayak
gonna tell you
since
right now,
2006.
Bass and Brews is gonna put it down right now. Old Town, best boat in the business.
No.
yeah.
Come on, Billy.
I'm
What's
argue with that one.
the sweatshirt again?
Hold on.
What's the best,
What was
the
that?
best boat?
Hold on. What was that? Yeah, I muted you.
Alex, quit interrupting our.
I'll mute him too. Anyways, Old Town, best boats in the business.
I can unmute.
I think all
All
the
right,
Hobie
Drew,
folks. I think all the
Drew, go ahead
Hobie
with your
folks
question.
have iPhones too, but that's just it's the sheeple. It's the
Yeah.
sheeple.
Oh wait, you don't have an iPhone, Drew?
Yes, we have iPhones.
Sure, if it's gonna keep me on the show, yes, I have an iPhone.
Anyways, Cupcakes got a goddamn duck. That's a beautiful duckers.
I brought Wiley on because I can't figure out how to get my phone on speaker because my earbuds don't work and I had sound. So I brought Wiley on to say goodbye and say thank you for having me on. Chris, look at this. How could you eat that? Look how cute she is. She's like a little kitty cat.
God damn it, my name is Drew. My name is not Chris.
Well, who said Chris was the one doing it? I know you're Drew, but I said, who do I have to mad dog? Well, whoever wants to eat my damn duck, you're not eating her. Look how cute she is.
Anyway,
I don't want to eat that
glaze,
duck.
it'd be delicious.
No,
That duck looks
she's too
greasy.
skinny. There's no meat on her bones. Look at her.
getting-
She's a little tiny thing.
Feed it more.
Anyways, I just wanted to say goodbye. Thank you so much for having me on. Sorry, I'm having technical difficulties.
appreciate you
I
so
wish you
much.
all a very, very happy new year. And I can't wait to see what everyone does. Bye, y'all.
Hit the
Thank
button,
you.
Drew.
Love you, Cole.
Bye.
I got this. Don't tell me when to hit my button. I got it.
Hit the
Fuck outta
button.
here, Cole.
Drew,
Get
hit the button.
fuck
Hit the
outta here.
button. Big send off.
Chris,
Damn.
Chris, hit the button, Chris.
Hey. Oh Lord, it's too late now.
What do we have to load in? Hey, so
All right.
people watching.
Hold on, Alex.
We've got spots
Hold on.
now.
We gotta get the buzz and bait because he goes live 3 or 4 times a day, and we have taken up probably at least 2 hours of his live time tonight, where he actually makes real money going
No, he
live
just
and not.
told us. He just told us this is all he does now.
Y'all it's past my bedtime. Y'all can drop me out and bring somebody else in too.
No, bro.
Well, there ain't nobody else. You're the only degenerate left.
I'm a long runner for the show. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, hey, man, we appreciate you coming on there, Mr. Hands On. Always a good time. Can't wait to hook up with you when we fish something here.
Everybody,
later.
go subscribe.
Hey,
Bye, hand job.
See ya.
Yay! Buzz and Bait, Bo, what you got coming up for 2023? I'm excited to hear this because you've got a lot of shit going on this past year. So what does 2023 look like for you and what you want to accomplish?
I'm wanting to get more into long form content, whether that's YouTube or something audio podcast, but I'm leaning more towards YouTube, and I'm wanting to set a goal of somewhere between of YouTube doing like 35 to 40 videos this coming year. So giving myself a little leeway, but I want to get consistent long form content for the business, fishing, something like that. Get away from TikTok a little bit. I'm starting to do a lot more like high end video and photography work now. So I think it's gonna be something that falls in suit with that. I just need to learn a little bit more with the editing side of everything. So my long-term goal for 23 is to really get dialed in with some quality videos for the YouTube side.
All right, hold on. Okay. So you said you want more high end, right?
Yeah.
You're saying you can't figure that out on the short form.
No, I can definitely do it on the short form too.
Yeah, hell, I'm just goddamn short form fucking killing it.
That's great.
Yeah.
But I feel like in the comment now I'm drunk. So now I'm like, so
no, you were drunk 30 minutes ago.
Yeah. Well, I feel like you're doing a great job. And I have seen the videos you put out on YouTube, and they are great. They're awesome. Super educational. Get to the point right away. I would say just be cautious when you were like, well, I want to push more to that because it's more high quality.
I don't want to say push more to that.
So hold on. So I've put out a couple videos, right? This whole last week.
Addition, right?
What's up?
He just means addition. He wants to add it.
Yeah,
correct.
He don't want to quit.
I'm not leaving TikTok. Whenever I'm saying get more high quality,
until they quit letting us use it. But
correct.
Okay, so Alex, let me
say this.
Let me step in because I think that what Alex is trying to say is he wants to make sure that you're not going to step away from your TikToks, which have been so successful. And he just wants to heed you with warning of long content because especially as a YouTube wife, I am also seeing the decline in that long content. And so he just have what's best for Buzz and Baits because he just loves you so much and he's just so happy that you wore pants today.
No,
absolutely.
I'm not upset that he wore pants today. I think the big thing I actually want to push too, like I felt like the series of videos I put out, like putting effort in, sitting in front of this camera with this mic, doing the unpopular opinion series, got a lot of traction, right? It was called putting effort into TikTok. I feel like it's better. So I want you to continue to put effort into that short form content and still do.
Oh yeah, that's
exactly what he's saying, buddy.
I know that's what he said, but I'm drunk as fuck. You want to know why? Because this beer's gone.
Hold on.
This one's gone.
Long.
Hey, guess what?
Hold on.
This one's gone.
It's so.
This one's gone.
So expensive compared to what it actually gets.
No, it's Mike.
Yeah.
Right.
I agree because I see that here in the house. I see my husband put forth all this work towards his videos, and now he's trying to change it up and do the shorts, and that's where he's getting more bang for his buck.
Oh my gosh!
So it's almost like it's kind of dying out, except for old people like Grandpa Jeff who just left. He would love long.
No, I would say doing your husband is primarily YouTube, right? So YouTube Shorts is insane right now. He still needs
now
to
he's
keep
jumped
doing
on.
What's that?
He's jumped on to the shorts.
Yeah.
So
you got to keep it up, right? Like that'll boost you. Like I got home in the middle of October or the end of October, and we gained almost 800 followers in a month doing shorts.
YouTube shorts should be right up your alley.
those shorts are going to drive people to that channel. Those shorts are going to drive people to your channel that will then go watch the long form stuff. But again, it is the TikTok thing that TikTok has done. Is this made people want to be able to scroll and watch 7 to 8 second videos. And then if they like your shit, because if they like it, they comment on it, they save it, they're going to get a lot more of that stuff. So as they scroll and see more, they're like, well, shit, I like his shit. Let me go look at his YouTube stuff. Joe, go ahead, because I know you're doing a lot of this right now.
Like, I don't even completely agree with that. I think TikTok took advantage of people only having a 6-second attention span. I don't think that TikTok caused the short attention span. I think TikTok took advantage of the short attention span.
Yeah.
And people don't watch long form. I mean, I would honestly bet I have some of the top 10 high quality long form content out there.
Oh, this is gonna be
no
juicy.
one gives
This
a
is gonna be
shit.
juicy.
Top 10
All
right behind my husband.
All right, hold on. Joe.
But here's
Joe,
my question.
Hold on.
No one cares.
Joe, we literally talked about this right before you came on, correct, Paul?
Yeah.
We said that your production value on your YouTube videos is insane. It's insane. And your views don't match that yet, right?
No, they
because it's insane.
Not true. Not true. They will. It's the same thing with going any social media content. You have to continue doing it. And this was the conversation that Alex and I were having, was that when you start podcasting, social media, people talk about, oh, you got to be niche driven. You got to find your niche. Well, if you're just starting to put the shit out there, who the fuck is your niche? You don't know who that is. So what you have to do is you have to put it out to a wide variety of people. And as those viewers, those listeners come on, then you can start to dive down into who your niche is at that point.
Saying niche. I'm pretty sure it's niche.
It's niche.
Let me tell you something.
It is niche.
It's niche.
Look,
I mean,
we can get into vernacular. But here's the thing about Joe shit. You look at his stuff. He doesn't. Joe's stuff is remarkably awesome. It is absolutely, but it's also not 45 minutes of remarkably awesome. It is easily digestible, great content. It's not short form, it's not long form. It's right there in that sweet spot. And what was this, like early summers when you put your first video out, wasn't it, Joe? Because wasn't it the smallmouth?
4 months.
4 months.
Who?
4 months.
It was the smallmouth video.
Right
you fishing
before
the
I
rip
came
rap.
home. How do I know this when I was defending your freedom and you were hating on me for it?
Hold on. Can I say, I haven't talked in a while. Can I say something? I think Jabber can definitely be the Joe Rogan of the fishing. And that means I watched 3 episodes. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, here's the thing though, and this is kind of like the point that it really comes down to is like, like Justin, you do this for a living now, like, don't put too much time and effort into it, like, because it's so expensive and really it doesn't pay like everything else pays.
Right.
When you start to balance the dollars to donuts,
Right. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not going to go like stray away from TikTok, all the short form stuff. I'm just wanting to add it a little bit now that I do have the time, and I've got hiring equipment now. I've got a DSLR camera. I've got drone equipment. I've got a lot of stuff at my disposal now to where I can make a higher quality video that then I can turn around and take 10, 15-second clips and then redistribute it to TikTok, Instagram Reel, or with YouTube Shorts to draw that in. Towards like one big winding funnel of the same thing differently, but I still think the long form thing is something that I've wanted to pursue for a while. Now that I have the time, I'm wanting to put a little more effort into it. But I agree, I'm not straying away from the short term by any means.
YouTube to me is better for the learning aspect of stuff. So if you're wanting to learn fucking anything, literally just hop on YouTube. Anything about anything. Yeah, I remodeled my entire fucking house in 12-hour days.
It's just in the fishing industry, that's not where making money on any social media platform. Educational is not the way to go. Telling a story isn't a way to go.
Definitely not.
Wait, hold on.
Hold on, Drew has something. Mr.
Southport,
what were you going to say? You raised your hand. You're the only person that's raised your hand all fucking night. So you're yes.
Well, y'all were teachers, so I was like most of y'all. So I was just making sure.
I told you to blurt it out.
So my question was to Jabberhammer. I know you're on the Ticky Tacky. You're on the Ticky Tacky. Buzzin' Bates is talking about the short form. When you have a platform, and me and Chris have talked about this a lot, I think we're at the point, by the way, in this conversation where we're all pretty drunk, so now we're going to get deep. We're going to get into the deep.
That's
So
right.
we had the funny stuff, now we're into the deep conversation. And here pretty soon everybody's going to be like, all right, I'm out. I gotta get a cheeseburger. Like, I will get out of here. But my thought is, me and Chris have talked about this a lot, is our product is a long-form product. Our podcast is a long-form product.
Yep.
Do we really want to put a lot of time and energy into TikTok for people who have a 6-second attention span?
100%.
Although they may like your stuff, you may have followers, it may get you, a little bit of help with sponsorships and things like that, which is great. But are they going to become listeners? Are they, like we call our listeners the bro staff, are they going to become part of the bro staff? Because that's what we really want to go. Now for Buzzin' Bates, you guys, you get in front of somebody for 6 seconds, bam, you got your baits in front of somebody for 6 seconds. It doesn't matter if it's long form, short form, you got your point across, you got your advertisement across. I'm going to remember Buzzin' Bates whenever I'm thinking about buying some baits. For the Jabberhammer and Swamp Rat, like, are we really going to retain any of those people? And we're spending all this time on TikTok. That's my question. And I got to go pee. I don't have any little Post-it notes to say potty break or anything, but I'm going to go piss.
No, I think. All right. So, Tori, where did you find us from?
Well, I feel like you found me on the TikTok.
That's so sweet.
Because you interacted with one of my videos, and then I followed you back. And then after like a few months of that, I was like, okay, I'm gonna listen to an episode. And then y'all were
That's a weird dating scenario, right?
For my husband, I was like, well, they say this, they say that, and finally, I had to tell him who the they was.
Yeah, and he realized it was. I'm surprised that Mary survived with these two hot commodities.
But here's the overall point that I take from the content creation side is
I want Drew back at this point.
Is that
I just want to
you have to find the avenue that's gonna touch your people.
Yeah.
Your niche.
Your niche.
Is I'm gonna call it now.
Niche.
But anyway, you have to be able to touch your people with that. But here's the thing. You create the content you want to create, and then once you start creating it, you figure out how to most people you can reach out to. Who does that? Our example, Bass and Brews example, we were Instagram heavy, 99% Instagram. Alex gets into TikTok. He tells, hey, man, you got to do TikTok. We saw a lot of our growth during his initial push through on TikTok for us. We saw a lot of growth there. For whatever reason, that was it. But you just have to find whatever avenue it is. But you have to do a little bit of both. From a business perspective, you're not just focusing in on one thing. You're doing a little bit of everything. And then when you find that avenue that's funneling people to your channel, to the content you're creating, then that's when you dive into that. You don't quit everything else, but that's when you focus on what's driving people.
I can't argue with all of that, Paul. I'm going to argue. I'm going to destroy all of that. I argue with you should do YouTube for long form because that's the thing. You should do YouTube for short form because they're the industry. Oh my God, I'm so drunk.
Industry standard.
Wait, I'm gonna interrupt you because I'm never on here to interrupt you. Justin, this is what I think. Guys, I'm the historian, so my opinion truly matters. Joe said, you're a brand. You're not just some Joe Schmo off the streets. You're not a Jabberhammer or a wifey. You're a brand with a really cool logo. So people are going to pay attention a little more to your videos than they would if I were to put out a video. I'm not putting out a video, but if I did, they're going to watch yours because you got the cool logo, you've got the product that they want to see. But you know, at the end of the day, you got to do what makes your little heart happy.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, in a segue, even I don't know. That's why English language is so fucking hard to learn. Segue is SEGUE. That bitch should be SEGWAY and maybe an E at the end.
I don't think I
So
know
we're
how
gonna
to spell it then.
Segue into this. I'm a spelling genius. Don't get me started.
I know you're good at pronunciation.
Joe has muted himself.
I had to fart.
Oh.
That was loud.
Hey, what is your
bait fuel gives you gas?
What's your content? Because Joe, you're answering both of these fucking questions because I know it. You've got a fishing goal for 2023 because you're fishing all 9 opens, and you are creating some fucking awesome content on YouTube right now. So, what are your content and fishing 2023 aspirations?
Well, like honestly, like competitive angling, my goal is like don't suck. It really is, because for me, like content creation is what has built this business for me, has allowed me to pursue this full time. It's gotten me to this point, right? So like while fishing competitively is an important part of the puzzle, the competitive fishing aspect can never grow faster than the business. Like I have friends who fish the Bassmaster Elite Series that cannot get a dime to save their life, and they will either never make it out of their parents' houses, or they will have to remortgage their house several times, and they are like it's like this brutal freaking risk of bankruptcy every time they pull out of the driveway type of a thing. So for me, like my competitive angling, the goal is don't suck. Like, yeah, I want to make top 10s and yeah, I want to get paid, but really like at the end of the season, really it just comes down to put yourself in a position that's extremely respectable, because I need the business to continue to grow so that when I do qualify, be it 12 months, 12 years from now, however long it be, that this is a self-sustaining thing. I have created a business and built the support of brand partners that like this thing is doable, so I can just go out and compete. I can't compete well with the stresses of financial burden. I can't compete well with the stresses of relationship crap, family crap. Like I don't do well when I have all of these outside factors. Like I need to continue to build this and all of the like base blocks that I'm on right now. They have to continue to become just as strong. And whoa. Hey buddy. I mean, that was the gist of it.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like competitively, just like don't suck, so that I don't set myself behind on the business side. Like don't let my competitive angling negatively affect the content creation. Yeah, I know, right?
So, Joe, I hope that one day, like, you find love in your heart and you do find yourself in a very happy relationship.
But see, this is the thing, though.
It's sad to think of you as this poor little old single man.
Oh, I'm cool. I'll be cool with that. Like Matt Newman, who owns iRod, is like my idol. The man design rods for a living. He's single. He lives in California. He's crushing life. And yeah, like I'm okay with it.
Life as a married couple that fishes.
Yeah, I mean that's awesome. I mean, but like I'm okay with whatever is what I'm saying. Like I'm not saying that it won't happen, but I don't need it to happen at all. Like
here's the interesting point about what Joe's talking about. Out of the people that we have, Joe is looking to be a professional touring angler. Right, he's fishing all nine opens. That's a huge financial commitment, a huge time commitment. he is looking to make the elites. I mean, that's the goal, right, Joe? The 2023 goal is to fish all 9 opens and make the elites. That's the only reason you would fish all 9, right?
No, I mean, like, my goal is not to make the
Because
here's what I said before. Like that
If
would
you would have
be the
listened to Paul, that was a dumb question.
No, but I mean, like, that's what probably every single one of the other guys said.
What's up,
Literally,
Ryan?
the goal for me is to make sure that I don't negatively affect the business, right?
Yeah.
So
right.
don't suck is the easy way of saying that. Like, if I can finish like 25th overall, if I can average a 60th place, I'll probably be around 20th overall at the end of the year. And like, that would be an extremely successful year. Like, that's pretty much where the goal is, because I need the business to be ready to be able to qualify for the elites, or I will put myself in this unbalanced financial state that I'll have all this burden financial, which puts strain on family, which puts strain on everything. Like,
but why
that's
do all
what
that?
401ks are for. You just borrow.
Okay, stop.
I'm not.
I know you did that for your
Hold
catch
up.
word.
That's a joke from her thing about
Yeah, I
from her
remember that.
401k.
And like, I
All right.
get all that, but
Yeah.
like, I love, like, I own my truck. I have a mortgage. Like, I'm not, it's not hard for me to like buy a new boat. Like, I can juggle all of this stuff. Like, I don't want to have huge financial hardship on the way there,
Yeah.
because I'll
No,
never
I'm
do
with you.
well.
So why not? All right, so everybody's doing this. I feel like I got a whole video I'm gonna do about this bullshit, right?
Oh,
but
Lord, it's gonna be
anyways,
terrible.
It's going to be long form.
nah, it's actually short form in multiple pieces. But I feel like the fishing industry is killing itself. We have this level. We have awesome creators, right? And we try to have as many of them as we can on the Bass and Brews fishing podcast. Let's just plug that there. No, but anyway, so Joe, like, you're doing, like, the production level of the videos you're doing are no shit amazing. They're awesome, right? I feel like that's a bigger draw to somebody if you try to fucking dredge your way through opens. And I feel like there's a lot of people who are, they think the only way they can get into this industry is doing it the professional way instead of doing it the creative way. Like, there's an opening on their creative way.
Well, it's so antiquated. Like, those, like I said, I have so many friends that are gonna bust. Like, right now, like, the only reason I have a shot to make good money in the fishing industry, like, nobody care if your name isn't Kevin Van Dam or Ott Defoe right now, or Brandon Polinick or Gerald Swindle. Those are like the biggest 4 names in fishing. If you're not those 4 dudes, shit, like, you have to find another avenue. No one's gonna pay you just because you're an awesome competitor.
Well,
Like,
they're
like
not
that
gonna
is
pay
the
you. Okay,
that is
for
the
your
biggest
competitive stuff.
downtrend. Like, you have to be more.
It's
Like,
the Brian Latimer complex.
Yes, like you
Love that guy.
are.
Belat's cool as fuck.
And Belat makes fantastic content,
He does.
right? So this is the thing, though, is like, if you look at where our economy is, and if you look at the marketing budgets that so many of these companies are working with now, they don't honestly care what your competitive record is, as long as you don't suck, right? Like, just don't suck. And if you can be an excellent content creator, your value is so astronomically higher that, like, it will put you in a position. I mean, so you guys ever see the movie The Gambler with Mark Wahlberg? You have to put yourself in a position of fuck you, right? You have to be able to tell everyone else that, like, what I'm doing is the best, so that I'm in this position of, like, fuck you, pay me, right? And I'm not saying that I'm in that position now, but that's the goal, right? To create stuff that's so good that, like, I kind of can hopefully someday choose to be with the best sponsors on the planet, because that's who I'm with. Like, and I proudly represent everyone that I'm with, and but someday I want to be in a position to make Polinick money because I'm making Polinick content, and it doesn't matter if I finish 2/3 of the way down the field. Like, I'm good enough, but I'm making excellent marketing materials that I am of huge value in the industry.
So I talk about on this podcast a bunch. There's a pie, right? There's a pie in the fishing industry, and that pie, every slice in that pie used to be professional touring anglers.
Wait a minute, Paul. Story a moment. Joe's the one who talked about the pie. He said that the pie is getting bigger. This was his moment. He brought it up. Sorry.
I didn't say that I came up with the fucking pie. I didn't bake the fucking pie, even though I'm an artisan bread baker. But I have reiterated this point.
Looks like I do a pie.
He was the pie.
I still had ice under my ass from that.
Yeah, we understand. We don't. But anyway,
I don't know what he's talking about. And I just nobody said anything and we glanced over it, but about 3 minutes ago, Alex gave the show a plug on his own show. That's how drunk Alex is right now. He talks about the Bass and Brews podcast on the Bass and Brews podcast.
Hey, just so you guys know, Bass and Brews podcast. We come out every
2 hours, 11 minutes, and 35 seconds.
Look, here's the thing, though. But as Joe said, that pie was all professional anglers, nice content creators. With this, the sweet spot is being able to figure out how to be the content creator and the pro side if you're dabbling in both of those. I mean, that's the whole thing, is you got to figure out that avenue to go, because the pie in fishing ain't gonna get no damn bigger. We ain't gonna go from a single serve to serving a buffet in that.
Come on, Joe, fight back. You said the pie is gonna get bigger.
Well, I mean, so the pie is definitely getting smaller, actually, but
no.
Boom!
He just said the pie was getting bigger.
Tables have turned
with Joe.
The pie is changing too. Like,
the pie is changing.
It's turning into cake.
Sourdough bread.
Fucking turn it into fucking Hawaiian pizza, for shit's sake. Like
pizza.
But that's a good thing.
Pizza.
Like, yeah, but I mean, that's a good thing, right? Like, so you used to have to be Ott Defoe or Kevin Van Dam. Like, now it doesn't matter if you fish from a raft, the bank, a kayak, a boat. It doesn't even matter if you don't own your own boat. You can be valuable to brands, right? Yep. And like, the pie will keep getting bigger and smaller, like, as the economy shifts and like, without bringing like politics and stuff into it. Like, certain people in office bring certain, economic benefits, and others don't. And you have to be aware of how our economy affects the amount of money that will come into the marketing of each brand's marketing budget, like how much pie is there. But like, really what it comes down to is the pie has now shifted its look, and it can be anybody. It can be me. It can be you. It can be Jabber. It can be Anthony. It can be Buzz and like, it's shifted its look. You don't have to be Kevin Van Dam anymore, and
it can't be Drew because he didn't call him out. So,
but Drew is on the other side of this.
Call you out either, brother.
Drew's on the saltwater side. If we look at it from the kayak side, saltwater guys have been fishing out of kayaks a fuck ton longer than any freshwater guy. And the saltwater guys have their own little network that they are part of, and they have a whole different fucking pie than what we do. And if you listen to,
and it's a lot smaller. It's a lot smaller.
Yeah, but there's a lot less people trying to fucking go in there with their fork and dig out.
I think it's actually bigger than you think, buddy.
The pie itself in saltwater is way bigger than
I mean, not as far as. There's more opportunity in the saltwater because there's less people doing it.
Yes.
And you're saying money, but the reason that there's not as much money is most of the big brands that you're talking about bait companies, right? There's a lot of bait companies that throw a lot of money towards anglers. Saltwater is dominated by live bait.
Live bait.
It is dominated by live
Live
bait.
or
That's
cut,
why
yeah.
it's difficult for
Yeah, yeah.
saltwater anglers because
There's way more TV money out there for saltwater anglers. There's
there
way
is.
more marketing dollars in the
Bigger
saltwater
fish.
industry.
It's
than the
bigger fish.
freshwater
That's
industry.
better.
It's
mean,
because it's a more majestic look,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
It's a fucking bass, dude, or it's a fucking bluegill. Like, it's not a fucking mahi,
For the animal,
right?
no.
Like,
But
Or a full rig.
but you're talking about something that in the kayak sphere is something completely different. There's only so many places where people can go and catch mahi from a kayak.
Okay.
The kayak sphere is a lot smaller.
All
That's
right,
what I'm trying to say.
Okay. All right.
And I think in general, the kayak industry, we're about to reach a point where you're going to have companies are about to, their price point is about to outprice the growth of the sport, I believe. Like, we are going to hit this threshold because everybody likes to say, why don't you just buy a boat? Why don't you just buy a boat? You're going to spend $8,000 on everything. Why don't you just buy a boat? We're really getting to that point where we're going to start to get to that. I mean, you got $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 boats where 10 years ago, a pedal drive Hobie, I mean, you're looking at a PA like 3,800, 3,200 new was something where people are like, man, I don't know if I want to spend that money. Like,
No,
when you
60
start
grand.
when you start to creep up to that, you're going to hit a price block where you're going to start losing people.
Yeah. Like, you mean losing people that spend money on in the industry? Is that what you're saying?
They're going to transition more to actually getting out on a boat.
Oh,
instead of a kayak.
All right, look, we have been going long as shit, 2 hours and 20 minutes. I want to end it with this, and this was off script. Alex has no idea this happened. I had a group text with myself with this.
I was gonna say we don't get to hear wifey's goals for the year.
No, we
Yeah. Oh no, my goals don't count.
No, she don't count. She's a host.
look.
We didn't talk about
here's
our goals.
It's going to be there.
She's
And
top
Hooks-
row. We don't talk about
And we're going to do this real quick. So this is what I want, and we're going to start with Joe.
I can't tell if he's real or
Your favorite?
not. I got to
What is your favorite? Goddamn.
Favorites.
I sound like fucking Alex right now.
Lunch sandwich protein.
What's your most favorite, either while you're on or while you listen, the one thing, your most favorite thing about Bass and Brews that you listen to or are a part of this past year? Joe, you go.
That's cute.
Wait, sorry, I threw my other earbud in. The question.
What do you like most about Bass and Brews?
What is
what do I
this
like
last
most?
year, the one thing that stuck out the most, your most favorite part of Bass and Brews for this year?
I mean, it's really easy. Like, I really there are a few like fishing podcasts that I'm super partial to, and there's a few that like I don't even really want to listen to. And